Falcon football live from Elliott Field here on FATV as Fitchburg State University takes on the 0-4 Lancers of Worcester State. I am John Gugerty, joined by Dan Bolek. Danny, thank you so much for covering for my ineptitude at the opening of the program. Not much ineptitude on task today for the Falcons, we certainly hope. Garrett Delakey already leads the Falcons in career touchdown passes. Today he looks to take the career passing yardage record from Jim Miller, needing just 126 yards to pass Miller.
It just shows how great a quarterback Delakey has been in just a little over 2 years.
Yeah, he's still a junior, folks. He hopefully will get 126 passing yards today. He's still going to be with us for a season and a half if all things go well.
Yep, he's averaging 290 yards a game this season. I would hope he would get over the 126 that he needs to set that all-time record.
I think the Falcons are good. That might be the general point of this season. The Falcons are really good. Fitchburg State will be kicking off to start the game, going left to right across your high-definition screen. They are wearing the green jerseys, green pants with green helmets trimmed in gold. Worcester State wearing all white with gold helmets. And Christopher Ludwig's kick is away. It is high and short, brought in by an up man around the 29-yard line, only getting out to the 32 and then losing his helmet. And we got pushing and shoving right off the bat. Nobody was ready for that one, and nobody was happy with the way it turned out. It was Jacob Marr making the recovery. He got a couple of yardage. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers at about their own 36-yard line, it looks.
You don't normally see the very short kick at the beginning of the game. I'm not sure if that was a misfire or designed by Ludwig. But nonetheless, not a big return for the Lancers on that one, but they'll start with decent field position, the 36-yard line.
Worcester State comes out with 5 wide receivers, no running back. Now moving into the backfield is Kamani Jones. Back to pass is their quarterback, Trevor Vasey. Pass complete up along the near side. That's Tyler Berry, the reception. He's got some big yardage. He'll duck out of bounds in Falcon territory at about the 45-yard line. Gain of, give him 19, I believe, and a 1st down for the Lancers.
A big gain on 1st down for Trevor Vasey, as we mentioned. Most receiving yards of any quarterback in this conference, and already a long reception to start.
Now 1st and 10 Lancers, trips to the far sideline, play action fake. Vasey will keep it himself. He ducks around one man, but is brought down in the backfield. Good defense there by Fitchburg State. Couldn't tell if that was an option or a designed quarterback run. Either way, Vasey loses a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Vasey not known for running so much. That was only his 25th rush of the season, so I guess maybe 6 rushes a game minus the sacks.
Quick pass along the far side on 2nd down is complete. There's a flag down. There's another flag down. There was one flag at the line of scrimmage on the snap. There's another flag right at the end of the play. The yardage is enough for a 1st down, but something tells me that's not going to count.
Now the side judge threw the 1st flag immediately, and since the play went on, I would wonder if maybe my first impression would have been maybe an offsides, but the 2nd flag being thrown in will definitely muddle things up a little bit. Of course, I'm completely wrong. Both fouls, and they're both against Worcester. The Falcons will take holding for -10.
We'll take a look at the replay here, see if we can catch the hold. They might have gotten that. That's more of a block in the back than a hold, if anything. Looks like it was away from the play, but it is a big foul. It'll bring up 2nd down and 16 now for Worcester State, back into their own territory at the 49-yard line. Vasey back to pass, under pressure. He's going to run up the middle, and that's a bad idea. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but we will give DeMar Collins a sack on that one. A loss of a yard.
Just trying to run up the middle straight away, just trying to salvage something as he didn't see any receivers immediately. And Kyrique Watford, the first Falcon to get his hands around Trevor Vasey and bring him down.
Good work by Watford to shed his block and actually grab Vasey from behind. Looked like he was going to give him a German suplex for a second. Now on 3rd down, they go draw, and there is nothing there. The ball's on the ground. It's in the arms of a Falcon. Fitchburg State recovers the fumble. That is Kyreek Watford.
Watford coming up for the Falcons on back-to-back plays. First, he helps contribute to the sack of Vasey, and now let's watch the replay here. It was sort of a late handoff. I'm not sure if they knew they were going to give it to Kamani Jones. Seemed to have gotten it suddenly, and he never really got a great hold on it.
Mahmoud Sam made the hit that knocked the ball loose, and Watford picked it up. Great field position now for Fitchburg State. 4 receivers for the Falcons. Garrett Delakiai from the shotgun. Play action fake, he will throw to his left. That pass is complete. Along the far sideline down to the 35-yard line. That's Taylor Ekstrom with his first catch of the day. Gain of about 9 yards. It'll be second down and a long one.
You know, sometimes you never know exactly which of the Falcons' many weapons they'll throw to. In last week's game against Mass Maritime, Ekstrom only had 2 catches.
Second down and 1 from the 35. If this is Madden, I'm throwing for the end zone. Just saying. Delakiai pumps and throws for the end zone. Jump ball caught. Touchdown Falcons. 2 plays, 6 points. Devin Samil makes the catch, and less than 2.5 minutes into this one, the Falcons are on the board.
Well, you called it, John. Garrett Delakiai, he fakes the handoff to Javon Brown-Simpson, a pump fake, and then the long throw downfield. And the Falcons, I mean, if that's how the Lancer defense is going to play, the Falcons might be burning them all day long. That's just the first.
Christopher Ludwig will attempt the extra point. If you're Patrick Haverty and the Falcons, this day could not have started any better. Extra point attempt is up and good. If you just joined us, folks, we are 2 minutes and 5 seconds into this one. We've already had a turnover and a touchdown. The Falcons lead 7-0. Wow.
Every purchase will help them get a little.
It is a wonderful start for the Falcons. This one, I mean, their high-intensity, high-octane offense just picking up where they left off last week against Mass Maritime or 2 weeks ago against Bridgewater, whatever you'd prefer.
I mean, the Falcons haven't scored fewer than 21 points every game this season. 42 against Becker, 31 against Curry, 21 in the loss to Framingham State, 35 on our last telecast against Bridgewater State, 36 last week against Mass Maritime. This is a really good team with a really good offense, and they just had a really short touchdown drive.
I mean, sort of easy mode for Garrett Delakiai in a sense. Only needed 2 passes, only needed 2 plays with all the fun toys he's got in his chest. Especially against this Worcester defense. They're going to have to do better than that if they want to make this game competitive.
Ludwig's second kickoff of the day is away. It's a little better, taken in at about the 16-yard line. 84 for Worcester State is Terrence Gibson, the return man. He's across the 40. Gets to about the, looks like they're going to spot him at the Worcester State 42-yard line.
Lancer offense, 1st and 10.
Solid return for Worcester and for Terrence Gibson. And you could see the Worcester receiving core that time. They definitely bunched up a little farther. They're now expecting the shorter kicks out of Ludwig, who we know can boot it a little longer than that. So it's interesting to see the short kicks coming out here. Like I said, not sure if it's by design or if it's something else.
Kicking team, number 6, is not within the 5-yard area at the time the ball is kicked. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Illegal formation on the Falcon kicking unit, so that'll
Lancers
give
1st
Worcester
and
State
10
an additional
from their
5
own
yards.
47.
Now it's 1st and 10 Lancers at their own 47-yard line. Handoff on 1st down goes to Kamani Jones. He's got a big hole into Falcon territory across the 45 to the 42. That's a 12-yard gain and a Worcester State 1st down.
Well, if there's one thing that Worcester does have, they do have some pretty solid spark plugs on offense, not just Trevor Vasey at quarterback. But they've also got Kamani Jones in the backfield.
And it is Jones getting the carry here on 1st down. Excuse me, Dan. He's across the 35 to the 32. Very close to another 1st down.
Yep, they're going pretty quickly. Not going to give me the time to go over my talking points, but Jones averaging 86 yards a game. That's 4th best in the conference.
2nd and 1 from the 31. If I'm playing Madden, I'm going for the end zone again. Just saying. 2nd down, quick pass to the near side is incomplete, though. In and out of the hands of the receiver. That's Dexter Andrews. First time they've thrown to him today. Freshman running back out of Dorchester.
And it looked like Andrews just got a little ahead of himself as the ball was thrown just a little behind him. He was ready to take off out of the flat for that first down, but he just threw it too quick. But he just played it too quickly, really.
That did seem almost identical to the Falcons' touchdown play, didn't it? Second and short. Oh, well, third down pass is almost brought in. A very nearly amazing catch up along the far side. I believe that's Frank Catanoso he was throwing to. Take a look at it here on the replay.
I think it was Aaron Whitkus, number 27. He's the junior from Chelmsford and one of the captains on this Lancer team. And all of a sudden, it's fourth down.
That was intended for Whitkus. He almost made the one-handed catch. Now 4th and 1 from the Fitchburg 31. Worcester State, of course, will go for it. Although, interestingly, they go shotgun. They don't even look like they might be going power. Vasey will throw. Quick pass over the middle. Hits the ground. Are they going to call that a fumble? No, it's an incomplete pass. So 4th and a foot, and they throw with no running back. Take a look at this again.
That's definitely a chancy play, and they try to throw to Isaiah King. I guess they feel that Vasey's probably got a better chance of getting that first down.
It's great work by the Falcon defense there. King did have his arms around the ball, and then it was knocked away from him. So Worcester State turns it over again, this time on downs. Fitchburg State takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32. Delakia hands off for the first time today. Helmets are down, flags are flying. That's a pretty big gain for number 20 for Fitchburg State. That's Javon Brown-Simpson, but this one is probably coming back.
Holding offense, number 67. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And holding is the call, so we'll bring this one back. It negates a pretty good run for Brown-Simpson.
And he was very happy when he had made that run. Shame that it went for naught. I'm still surprised Worcester had 2nd and 1, and they threw 3 times.
They didn't even line up under center. On 4th down, they didn't even have a man in the backfield indicating that they might run it. Very surprising play calling. Now 1st and 20 for Fitchburg State. They'll run the receiver screen to the near side to Ty Spencer. He shakes one tackle, plows through another. He's out of bounds around the 41-yard line. That's a gain of about 18 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
And for Ty Spencer, his first catch of the day, he needs 7 to become the all-time career reception leader in Fitchburg State receiving history.
2nd down and 2 now for the Falcons from the 41. Handoff goes to Brown-Simpson along the right side, just behind the right guard, really, and a big hole there. Gain of 6 and a first down for Fitchburg State.
A powerful run through the right side, gets the first down, amped up about that one, and this time they're not taking it away from him.
Falcons going hurry up, trips receivers to the far side. Brown-Simpson remains in the backfield on 1st and 10. He gets the carry. Nothing going that time. Hit by a whole host of Lancers. I believe the first one to get there for Worcester State was number 50, Matt Lorero, junior D lineman out of West Boylston.
There's just no hole there. Just try to force his way through, maybe find something, but nothing did open up there. It'll be 2nd down.
Second down and 11 for the Falcons. Delakia pumps. He's going to throw long. Ty Spencer's there. Passes just over his head, though. Incomplete. Good defense by Rafael Guzman. Spencer couldn't get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, that one just a little overthrown by Delakia, but there is a flag on the play.
Automatic first down.
And that penalty against the Lancers will give them a first down. So it looked like Fitchburg State was in some trouble facing 3rd and long. Instead, the mental mistake by Worcester makes it 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Looked like roughing the passer.
That's a big penalty. It's 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line for Fitchburg State. Handoff goes up along the far side for Fitchburg State. That's Taylor Rice Brooks' first carry of the day. He's across the 35, gets a few. Oh, let's call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now for Fitchburg State.
Making that run,
6.
You know, parallel to the yard lines, just trying to find a hole. Eventually something did open up on the left side. He was able to exploit it for a few yards.
2nd down and 6 for the Falcons, kind of in that maroon zone, so probably 4 down territory. Rice Brooks gets the carry. Back maybe to the line of scrimmage, no further than that. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now.
Pastorino.
Something to point out today is that the Falcons normally have been rotating between 3 running backs in Brown Simpson and Rice Brooks along with Jordan Almore, but Almore is not in pads today. He is on the sideline supporting his team, but he's not going to be playing in this contest.
Almore, of course, suffered that separated shoulder in our last telecast, and he is not available for Fitchburg State today. 3rd down and 6 for Fitchburg State. Javon Brown Simpson back in the backfield. Delakiai under a lot of pressure, dumps it off to Brown Simpson. He's got some yardage in front of him, the 25-20. He dives out of bounds inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, and that is good for a Fitchburg 1st down.
You know, the Lancer defenders, after that much time, they're covering all the big weapons, all the big receivers, but Javon Brown Simpson just waiting in the flat all by himself. Delakiai had enough time to find him.
Good work by Delakiai to find Brown Simpson, and then better work by Brown Simpson to get the yardage he needed after making that catch. Now 1st and 10 Falcons from the 19. Javon Brown Simpson will get the carry. No, play action fake. Delakiai throws back to his left. Pass is caught. Touchdown Fitchburg State. That's Devin Samil's 2nd of the day.
Well, they had us fooled again for just a moment with the great play action. Gave himself time, and the Worcester defender just had no chance on this one. Let's watch it again.
Take a look here. This is a designed play-action fake, and then Delakiai is immediately looking to his left all the way. That's just a one-on-one matchup. Delakiai with a perfectly thrown ball. Devin Samil with the touchdown catch. Christopher Ludwig's extra point is blocked, so it falls into the end zone. And they're gonna stop play right there because the ball hit the ground. So the blocked extra point is really the first bad thing that's happened to Fitchburg State all darn day. 9:05 remaining in the 1st quarter. They are already up 13-0.
7-play drive for 67 yards. Devin Samil, his 5th touchdown catch since the beginning of last week. He's just been racking up the numbers for the green and gold.
We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Garrett Delakiai needed 126 yards to pass Jim Miller for the all-time Falcon passing record. We didn't expect him to be halfway there, less than halfway through the 1st quarter, did we?
Yep, he's 3/4 of the way there. Already 93 yards, a perfect 5 of 5 over the air in this contest.
I just said it like 10 minutes ago. I think the Falcons are good.
They are. This may be one of the best Falcon teams, if not the best Falcon team we've ever really seen.
If you have not been paying attention to the Fitchburg State Falcons and you're in the MASCAC, you need to. This team is a force to be reckoned with right now. Ludwig's kick is away. It's his 3rd of the day and his best, taken in at the 15-yard line. Good return, though, back out across the 40-yard line. Looks like that's Jake Logan for Worcester State, perhaps?
I didn't catch the number.
25, Dana Valentine on the return. So Worcester State, once again, has pretty good field position. They've started their drives in between their 30 and 40 all day, but their offense just has not been able to get much going. They had a fumble lost and then turned the ball over on downs.
And if you go by numbers alone, their offense is actually a little better than Fitchburg's on the whole season.
Vasey under pressure just dumps it off. Might even be a backwards pass, but it's complete to Valentine in the backfield. He's across the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard or two.
I can't believe Vasey even got this pass off. He's looking to his right, never really looks to his left until he just chucks it away. A near lateral, and Valentine is open, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage and a couple of yards.
Great awareness there by Vasey to know that he had Valentine there. Now on 2nd down, Vasey will keep it himself on the option. Dives across the 45 to the 46. It's a good gain for the Lancer quarterback. It'll bring up about 3rd down and 3. Danny, I thought you said he wasn't much of a rusher.
Well, he's trying to prove us in the numbers wrong. But again, he got 6 rushes a game, but he only averages about 2 yards a rush. But then again, sacks do factor into that.
That's a good point. 3rd down and 3 now for Worcester State. Vasey back to throw. Throws to the far side. Diving catch attempt, but no. Pass is incomplete. That was intended for Dana Valentine.
The senior from Roxbury quickly becoming a favorite target of Vasey. He's gone to him again, and that time he went to the ground and just popped out.
Worcester State bringing on their punting unit. Falcons perhaps expected the Lancers to go for it. They're a little slow rather, getting their coverage team on the field. Kick is away. It is very short. High. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That might be a 25-yard punt. Maybe. And there is a flag down on the field as well.
There's Pat Toohey on the punt there. He averages 36 yards a punt, but that one nowhere near 36 yards.
After the play was over, 2 unsportsmanlikes. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. 83, Worcester. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. 34, Fitchburg. That is the first unsportsmanlike for both players.
So we saw some pushing and shoving after the opening kickoff, and now matching unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, fouls committed by both sides after the punt here. No yardage changes hands, but something to keep an eye on as this game goes on.
Just want to throw it in the books, put it on the record, make sure that it's known that that happened, I guess.
1st and 10 Falcons at the 41. High snap. Delici will keep it himself. He's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to go down. Loses about 5 yards to the 36-yard line.
I'm guessing if the design maybe there was to probably hand off to Rice Brooks, but after the bad snap, Delici just tried to salvage it as best he could by maybe trying to make a run to the left side, but
it looked just like that, like it was a designed run for Taylor Rice Brooks on the sweep, and after he couldn't get the handoff, Delici just kept it himself, and the play kind of fell apart. 2nd down and about 14 now for Fitchburg State. They need to get beyond midfield to the Lancer 48. Delici will pass. He's under pressure. He ducks out of one hit, avoids a second. He's going to carry it himself across the 40. Still on his feet, plunges forward to the 45-yard line. He somehow got about 7 yards out of that. Looked like he was going to be brought down, but Delici able to create there. Makes a manageable 3rd down.
You can see the pressure starting immediately. There's 2 Lancers coming there, and so Delici's got to change directions. Got to cut through 2 defenders there. Just take what he can get. And he does get a few yards out of it. Makes it a 3rd and 7.
Falcons go 4 wide. Looks like Javon Brown Simpson in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side for Fitchburg State. Delici back to pass, pumps the fake to his near side. Now throws over the middle. Pass is complete. Very close to a 1st down is Jesse Lastra. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Looked like Lastra just pulled down from behind his first reception of the day, thrown over the middle out of the shot of our camera, but just wrapped up from behind there by Brian Gensarelli.
Delici wanted to go for it, and frankly, I wanted the Falcons to go for it too. But on 4th and 1 from the Worcester State 49, they will instead kick it away. Christopher Ludwig's first punt attempt of the day.
Looks like Derek Moore is back to receive it for the Lancers.
Pretty good punt by Ludwig. Bounces at the 20. It's going to roll out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So Christopher Ludwig practicing his coffin corner. That ball's inside the 10. That's a very good punt by Ludwig.
Well, if you're going to punt on 4th and 1 from your opponent's 49, you've got to get something really good out of it.
Those 2 drives are actually an exercise in punts. Both teams kicked it away on 4th and very short around midfield. The Lancers, between the bad punt and the penalty, netted about 7 yards. Fitchburg State, much better on the punting. Worcester State will take over 1st and 10 at the 10. Handoff goes to Dana Valentine. Up along the near side, not much there for him. Brought down after a gain of a couple by Asante Easter, among other Falcons.
And Valentine's the second choice running back for the Lancers. Kamani Jones is the first choice. As we mentioned, 86 yards a game, pretty high in the overall. But after that fumble on the first drive, I imagine maybe that's why Coach Brian Cullen has turned to Valentine.
It's number 84, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Of course, that run doesn't even count after the penalty either.
Worcester State just cannot get out of their own way today. Illegal procedure negates the run. It'll be first down and 15 from about the 5-yard line for the Lancers.
Already the fourth penalty against Worcester today. We're about 10 minutes into the game.
Quick pass to the far side is complete. Diving back across the line of scrimmage is number 3 for Worcester State, Dexter Andrews, on the catch. Andrews gains 7. It'll be second down and about 8 now for Worcester State.
Well, Worcester would like a couple more plays just like that. Just going for the short pass to there, get whatever they can get.
Vasey's pass on second down is complete. A spearing tackle is made. Usam Sam made a big hit there.
Isaiah King, the beneficiary of that tackle. Again, trying to go with a short pass, this time to the left side. But Usam Sam just snuffed it out. And
Sam had absolutely no interest in wrapping King up. He just wanted to level him, and he made the tackle. He didn't exactly level him. I think he wanted to spear him out of his shoes.
it didn't even take him to the ground.
Third down and 8. Vasey under a lot of pressure finally just throws it up. Pass is incomplete, out of bounds. There was a receiver in the area. Looked like he was throwing it near, not really to, but near Anthony Brooks. So it's not intentional grounding. Worcester State will have to kick it away.
And Louis Felice just blowing through the lines, and he was right on Vasey straight away. Not a whole lot he could have done. And now Pat Toohey's going to try to do better than what was officially a 13-yard punt.
And Toohey will have to kick it from his end zone. Low snap bounces. Toohey can't handle it. He finally gets it away. Pretty decent kick. And it takes a wonderful Worcester roll. That looked like disaster in the making for the Lancers. Instead, that's going to be all the way down to the Fitchburg State 34. That's a 51-yard punt.
It is. I mean, well, that'll surely level out the average after a 13-yard one on the first one, and that ball only went about, what, 20 yards in the air?
If that, it looked like it was going to hit a Lancer blocker in the back. It just took a wonderful roll. Nobody picked it up. Goes all the way to the Falcon 34.
Can't really take chances with balls with that much English on it, though. So, still pretty decent field position for the Falcons.
First and 10, Fitchburg State. Handoff goes to Javon Brown-Simpson right behind the right guard again, and he's across the 40-yard line. Gain of about 6. The Falcon running game picking up some good yardage there.
Strong run for Brown-Simpson there. Picks up a few more on that one. Nearly doubles his total yardage on the day with the 6-yard run.
Both of the big runs for Brown-Simpson have come running behind the right guard, Terrence Thorpe. He's had himself a pretty good day so far. Now on second down, handoff goes to Brown-Simpson, and he is brought down in the backfield. Good play there by Matt Ivory, just tripping him up.
Freshman from Norwood. Just dove through the line on the beginning of the play, guessed right, and just got the ankle of Brown-Simpson. Took him down for a loss.
Good defensive stop there by Ivory. It'll be third down and 6 for Fitchburg State. Delici calling signals. He will pass, pumps to his right, now throws. Spencer jumped, couldn't get his hand on it. Just tipped it away, nobody there to make the reception. So the Falcons go 3 and out, and after 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, they will now kick it away for the second consecutive time.
And you know, Ty Spencer's very good at making leaps, getting high up in the air and pulling those types of balls in, but the way he leaped up there just tells me he wasn't ready to make the leap there. He was sort of off balance on that. So he didn't really have as much of a chance to haul that in as he normally would have.
Falcons had a little confusion getting the punting team on the field. Saw Jenry Rosario sprinting to the line of scrimmage at the last possible second. Good snap to Ludwig. His kick is away. Pretty good, high spiraling kick. Taken in at the 25-yard line. Dodges one tackle, can't dodge the rest. An admirable attempt there by Derek Moore, but nothing doing on the return. And there is more pushing, more shoving, and more flags.
Well, it's a big rivalry game, Sterling Cup matchup. Falcons lost the first 2 points of the Sterling Cup with losses in men's and women's soccer, trying to get one back here in football.
After the play was over, there was a dead ball, personal foul on the kicking team. Number 34, unnecessary roughness. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down, Worcester.
You don't like to call a guy's name on a penalty, but that's a big mistake there by Anthony Paternoster. It'll move Worcester State an additional 15 yards. Given the chippiness we've seen already, Dan, if this doesn't get nipped in the bud, it wouldn't surprise me to see somebody get thrown out of this game.
I mean, these two teams just not happy with each other. I mean, sort of that local rivalry, and there's no love lost between them. I can't speak in anything but cliches right now.
Quick pass to the near side is complete. Big yardage open there, right? Nobody really in front of him. Finally runs out of bounds. That's Isaiah King. I believe that's King's first reception of the day. He has been thrown to a couple of times. Give him a gain of 14, 15 yards. It's the first down for Worcester State at the Falcon 41. They'll go again. Play action fake to the far side. Pass is complete. Nothing doing there. Brought down in the backfield. That's Dexter Andrews on the catch. Would have been better for Worcester State if he had just dropped it. He loses 2 yards. And I'm going to take a breath.
Andrews with this second catch of the day, and not as good of a catch as Isaiah King's second catch of the day on that last one. He had 19 yards on that last one to get him from 0 to 19. That time going backwards, and now Vasey is sacked.
That is DeMar Collins getting through the line. The Fitchburg defense getting to Vasey. A big loss. That'll be third down and, oh, what's that, 21 they need? Something like that?
Worcester's marching the wrong way. Tried a bit of the play action, stepping up, couldn't find anyone, was gonna scramble before he could even scramble. There's DeMar Collins.
Worcester State goes 5 wide, 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Vasey back to pass. He's under pressure, throws to the right side. Pass is incomplete. No flags in the area, so it will bring up 4th down. Looked like that was intended for Kamani Jones.
Yep, and the Falcon defender back there making a play on him, but that ball was at least 5 yards behind him.
Freddie riling up the crowd here at Elliott Field. It is a pretty good crowd. Some folks made the trip down from Worcester State. A lot of seats still available, so if you're in the Fitchburg area, you want to come on down. It's another beautiful day. We really have not had a bad one yet for Fitchburg State football here at Elliott Field. 4th down, kick is away. Very good kick. High spiral taken in at the 10-yard line. Running backwards is Steven Vasquez. He's tackled at about the 6-yard line.
That type of kick out of Tui, we didn't see very many. Okay, let me try this again. He didn't have very good punts on his first 2. I mean, he lucked into the second one, getting what was officially 54 yards. And on this one, he's just able to drive it downfield. And the Falcons' 2 punt returners back there having to scramble backwards to make something of that. Not even enough time to throw up a hand for a fair catch.
Might have been better for Vasquez just to not catch that ball at all, see if it would go into the end zone for a touchback. As it is, 1st and 10, Fitchburg State on the 6-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle to Javon Brown-Simpson. He's across the 10 to maybe the 13-yard line. It's a gain of about 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 now for Fitchburg State.
Just trying to gun hard through the left side. You can see him stretching out, diving out before his knees touch the ground. Is able to get a couple extra yards on that one. Thus able to turn a 4 or 5 yard gain into a 7-yard gain.
2nd down and 3 for Fitchburg State. They need to get to their own 16 for a first. Delikai, quick pass to the near side is complete. That's Ty Spencer dancing out of tacklers. He's across the 15, close to the 16. They're going to stop the clock, move the chains. That's good enough for Fitchburg, 1st down.
So you can chalk up another reception for Ty Spencer on the day. Maybe only a couple of yards, but it's good enough for a first. The Falcons will take that whichever way they can. but they're not going to get another playoff in this quarter as time will expire.
I believe that's Spencer's second catch of the day, if I'm reading the live stats correctly. That one only good for a few yards, but it is enough for a first down. And as we reach the end of the first quarter, Dan, really the first quarter can be divided into two halves. The first half of the first quarter, Fitchburg State was magnificent, dominant, perfect, if you will. Just 2 touchdowns in less than 10 minutes of football, almost less than 5 minutes, really. And since then, the offense has kind of hit a stumbling block. The defense is still good. Worcester State still can't get anything going. The Falcons have kicked it away on their past 2 possessions.
Yep, the Lancers with just 12 yards on the ground, 44 yards over the air. Trevor Vasey, 6 for 12. Delikai now over the 100-yard mark, 101 yards on a 7-for-8 day.
Just 25 more, and he passes Jim Miller.
That's all he needs. Could be just one big reception, could be a few small ones. But nonetheless, it's just been the defense for Worcester starting to hold up. Of course, the Lancer defense, their best performance this season was 27 points conceded.
Yeah. And their offense doesn't score that many, does it? No.
Well, they do, kind of.
Have they even put up 27 this year?
They have twice.
They put 28 up against Salve Regina.
And against Bridgewater.
Of course, they put 31 up against Mass Maritime, so they can put points on the board. It's just a question of stopping people.
Yep, the defense is what the Lancers. Yep. First and 10 for the Falcons, trying to run up the middle now, rolling out to the right side. Just trying to get anything out of that. Javon Brown-Simpson getting maybe a little, not much more.
I heard you saying Buccaneers. You were still thinking about the men's soccer game you called this morning.
That is correct. And I nearly called the Buccaneers the Corsairs in that game because they just played UMass Dartmouth.
Danny, you call too many games.
I do work a lot. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Falcons. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers far to the right. Or the other way around, Delikai looking for somewhere to go. He's got nowhere to go, and he's gone backwards for a sack.
Couldn't tell who exactly led the rush for Worcester State. We'll take a look at it here. Looked like making the first hit. Well, I should know. No one's slick as him. No one's quick as him. That's Gaston Pastorino making the sack.
The sophomore from Fitchburg, the former Red Raider. You've seen him before on FATV, and now he's trying to wreak havoc against the hometown college.
Be 3rd down and 15 for Delikai. Looks like Taylor Rice-Brooks in the backfield.
He'll take the snap, and the moment he takes the snap, whistle's kill to play. Look to the referee to see what we have.
Fitchburg State.
They're indicating timeout called by the Falcons.
A matter of not liking what they're seeing there. Of course, it's not a great start to the quarter. A 1-yard rush and a sack for 5 yards.
While we have a second here, we want to mention the underwriters for Fitchburg Access Television. All FATV remote productions are underwritten by Workers Credit Union, Montechusett Area Regional Transit, MART, Unitil, Minuteman Press, Vector 5, Enterprise Bank, the Fitchburg Sentinel and Enterprise, and, of course, Fitchburg State University, who, among others, are giving us the lovely scissor lift, which we just saw a camera operator's face on. Is that Tim Doust who was giving us that smile? I couldn't tell.
Of course, as Dr. Hines has been announcing here, the Falcons, if they win this game too, all 3 of the Falcons teams in action today will have won. Men's soccer beat Mass Maritime earlier today, 1-0 on a Jared Burns goal. And a 3-2 overtime win for field hockey against Framingham State, 2 goals for Maddie Hoffman, including the winner in overtime. 3rd and 15 for the Falcons, back in their own 13-yard line.
Falcons have 3 receivers on the near side.
Seems nothing to the right, but they're going to throw over to the right. And incomplete. Looked like they were going for Samil on that one.
Yes.
but one of the Lancers just stretching out and knocking that ball away. It would not have been good enough for a first down.
Now, Samil was well short of the line to gain. We'll see it here on the replay. A very good stop there by Worcester State. I believe that can't be Mark Parker. I'm reading it wrong.
It looks like Rafael Guzman, the sophomore from Cambridge, breaking up that pass.
So Christopher Ludwig will kick this one away. Third punt in a row for the suddenly dormant Fitchburg State offense.
They'll call for the fair catch, and it will be made by Derek Moore at around the 48-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. And so Worcester's going to try to kickstart their offense, which hasn't been doing much of anything thus far in this contest.
I have a very important point to bring up. Derek Moore's got a very lovely head of hair. Did you see that?
I have not noticed it.
He's got like flowing locks. He looks like Zach Greinke.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, you heard that? I heard that appreciative ooh. You know Zach Greinke. Man's got a good set of hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Zach Greinke.
1st and 10 for the Lancers, and it's incomplete as they try to throw to the near side for Kamani Jones. And that pass just badly underthrown. You can see Vasey sort of practicing his throwing motion there. It's like, surely I didn't throw it that badly, right?
No, Trevor, you did. That was not the best throw of Mr. Vasey's life. It was low. Really nothing Jones could do about it. Vasey just threw it into the ground.
2nd down, play action, fake the handoff, now throw over the middle, and that time it's too much zip as it's incomplete.
Okay, you over-adjusted on that one. The first one, he throws it into the ground. The second one, he throws it over the head of Dexter Andrews. Maybe the third one's just right. You know, maybe he's Goldilocks.
Perhaps. Lancers want to fix this stagnant 3rd down efficiency. They're 0 for 5. So here it is, 3rd down. Vasey's got time. This one looked like it was just right, but good defense on the back. Teron Seaforth Howard breaking that one up as they were looking for Aaron Whitkus.
Whitkus is apoplectic. He cannot believe that there was not a flag thrown on that. Take a look at it here. Seaforth Howard goes up. You can see almost as soon as Whitkus hits the ground, he's throwing his hand out like, where's the flag? Where's the flag? To my eye, that looked like good defense.
He was making a play on the ball, turned towards the ball, even if he's going over the shoulders. That was just him getting more airtime on that one. And so Tui will kick it away. This one, not as good as a couple of the other ones. Falcons will take it on a bounce, and they're going to be starting deep in their own territory again, as that was Taylor Ekstrom trying to make a play on it.
Ekstrom just tried to make something out of nothing there. That was a very good kick by Tui. By the time Ekstrom picked it up, he almost had to stutter step just to stay in bounds. Really nothing doing there at all for him.
And so a 13-yard punt was the first one that Pat Tui had today, and now he's made up for it in spades.
Falcons once again backed up. They will face 1st and 10 from just outside their own 10-yard line.
They've got 3 receivers lined up to the right side, but they'll hand it off, go up the middle. It's Taylor Rice Brooks, who's just stumbling and bumbling for yardage, and he's going to get quite a few on this one. He's going to get at least halfway there.
Good work by Rice Brooks. He was initially hit after a gain of just a yard or so, but he just plowed forward and managed to pick up 5 yards.
So 5 yards given on that one. Ball at the 16. As again, it's 3 receivers to the right side for Delikiai to throw to. He's going to throw to one of them, and it's going to be tipped and caught.
What a catch!
A great catch by Devin Samil, and that's surely the record.
That's got to be 25 yards. Take a look at this one. A good throw by Delikiai, a little high. Samil tips it up in the air, knocks it to himself, and brings it in. With that completion, Garrett Delikiai passes Jim Miller for the all-time Falcon record for passing yardage.
134 yards over the air today for Garrett Delikiai, just 18 minutes into this contest.
He now holds every record that is worth holding for a Fitchburg State quarterback. Most pass completions, Garrett Delikiai. Most passing touchdowns, Garrett Delikiai. Most passing yards in a career, Garrett Delikiai. And this is his 6th game as a junior.
just shows what a wonderful career he's had, and he's got plenty more left in the tank. And what a beautiful catch to get the record on.
That certainly was a circus catch by Devin Samil.
So now Garrett Delakiai stands 6,344 passing yards.
And counting.
And he's not done yet. Trips to the right for the Falcons on 1st and 10. One receiver to the near side. He's going to throw out to the right again. This is caught. This is Ty Spencer. But this one's going to be a loss of 4 yards. 3 or 4. They'll give 3 on that one.
Tried the quick bubble screen out to the far side. You can see it here. Pass is a little low, but there's really nothing Spencer can do. Rafael Guzman is just all over him.
It is a completion for Spencer, his 3rd of the day. As we said, we've been watching him. 129, just 3 away from Carmi Cesare for the all-time pass completions.
Delakiai throws over the middle here. That's complete. That's Jesse Lastra. Big gainer for him. 10-5, touchdown Falcons.
Just like that, Jesse Lastra finding the open space, gunning his way for the end zone, and it's 6 more for the green and gold.
Sorry, I stepped on you, Danny. That's a 54-yard catch and run for Jesse Lastra. Delakiai's 3rd passing touchdown of the day. We take a look at this one again.
There's still a lot of football to play in this game, too, isn't there?
Delakiai had all day to throw. He hit Lastra in stride, and then Lastra just turns on the jets. The only one who has a chance of getting to him is Donald Boyd, and Lastra just angles his run, gets away from Boyd into the end zone. 20-0 Falcons after the extra point. Whew.
10 of 12, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns. If you're using the NFL passer rating, that's surely a perfect game.
That's like 209, but they cap it for some reason. That's a ridiculously good first half for Garrett Delakiai.
Just an incredible offensive display. One thing I was talking with Jamie Rogers during the Falcon Call, which is a weekly radio show we have Mondays at 3:30 on WXPL 91.3 FM, Fitchburg State University Radio. Got to get a spot in for that, but don't listen this week. Columbus Day's on Monday. But next week and the following Mondays, we'll be there. But I was talking with him on that, and one thing that's really shown for the Falcons is their dominating time of possession, averaging over 34 minutes a contest. Dominating the time of possession, and today they've had the ball for 12 minutes and 36 seconds. Worcester, 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
So once again, the Falcons dominating possession and frankly dominating really on both sides of the ball. The offense has kicked it away a couple of times, but their offense has been lethal. It has been quick strike, long touchdowns for the Falcons. Delakiai already with 3 through the air.
Ludwig will look to kick it off here. It's going to be a low kick. Take 1 hop in the ground. Picked up by the Lancers. Ran out to the right side at the 30, 35-yard line. That's as far as Terrence Gibson will get, the senior from Rockland, with a fairly nice return. And now Worcester are staggering on their feet, looking to recover and bounce back on this drive.
Looked like half a dozen Falcons were in the referee's face after that one. They were not happy with something going on down in the play there. Worcester State, however, will take over 1st and 10 at about their own 35-yard line.
There'll be 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they'll hand it off instead. And getting maybe a couple, if anything, is Kamani Jones, and the Falcons have done a good job shutting him down today.
Louis Feliz got there in the backfield, brought Jones down, and once again, I hate to harp on it, but I also hate to see it. You saw more pushing and shoving from Jones and Feliz after that play.
That's something they're really going to have to work on to keep in terms of discipline, I think, for the head coach and what have you, is that 2nd down pass goes to the left side. It is complete to Dexter Andrews, and he finds himself quite a few yards in an opening. 6 yards gained. It'll be 3rd down again.
Take a look at this one again. It's a design pass here, quick pass out to the far side to Andrews. He's got a man blocking in front of him. He picks up 6 yards. Now back to live action.
A roll out to the right side for Jones. A flag coming in late. Jones has enough for the 1st down if it is given.
Head linesman has already indicated a hold, so this one is almost certainly coming back.
10-yard
Isaiah
penalty
King
the
called
spot
for the
foul.
hold.
Repeat third down.
That'll back the Lancers up instead of moving them forward. They were looking for a first down. They get a penalty, and so what would have been their first third down completion of the day, that's going to go off the board.
They're going to mark it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It actually occurred beyond the line to gain, and that's just a backbreaker for Worcester State. It'll be third down and 8 now.
Yep, and that just tells you that was a penalty you did not have to make. This is thrown out to the left side, and it's through the hands of Dexter Andrews. And this Lancer team now 0 for 7 on third down. They just can't catch a break.
They just can't catch a ball on this one. That was a perfectly thrown pass by Trevor Vasey. It looked like he just picked the worst place to hit Dexter Andrews, and that was right in the hands. You can see Andrews is just beside himself on the sideline being consoled there by Tyler Berry, but he had a golden opportunity not just to pick up a first down, but to pick up a big gain into Falcon territory. Let it slip through his grasp.
Tui will have the punt for the Lancers, averaging 44 yards a punt. That one not going nearly as far, and the Falcons will have one of their better field possessions of the day.
Still a pretty good kick. It was high, got some distance on it, and Taylor Ekstrom had to make the fair catch at about the 36-yard line.
Wanted to point out for Vasey, he's about 61% on the season in terms of completed passes. Today, he is 7 for 17. And that is a testament to how strong this Falcon defense is. I've got another example I'll give you at the next chance I get. So this will be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 3 receivers to the left side. And Delikiai will throw out there. And this one is caught by a name we haven't seen too much. It's Herbert Acosta making the catch.
Acosta's first catch of the day. It might be his first of the season.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Taking a look, the Falcons are going with a bit of a B team just in general for their receivers. I see Steven Vasquez lined up as a receiver. Believe that's Gerard Darcy on the field as well.
And on second down, a run up the middle. Gain of quite a few. They'll be pretty close to the first down line.
Doesn't appear to be anybody down receiving treatment on the sidelines.
Well, considering 20-0, 20 minutes and change into this contest, might be a case that, you're outclassing the other team, so try something a little different. They'll put the first team back on if they feel like they need to.
They're going to stop the clock for a measurement here.
I can confirm, by the way, that is Herbert Acosta's first catch of the season and of his career, the freshman from Los Angeles, California.
Falcons are a good yard shy of the line to gain here. Yeah, the 4 receivers on the field for Fitchburg State right now are Gerard Darcy, Herbert Acosta, Taylor Ekstrom, and I believe Steven Vasquez.
It is Vasquez as that 4th receiver, as it is 3rd down and 1. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. They go for the handoff. Seems like the smartest play there. Javon Brown-Simpson running it up the gut for about 4, and that'll be good enough for a first down. Or was that?
That is, in fact, Brown-Simpson on the carry. He does have the first down. As I said, there is nobody receiving treatment on the near sideline. It could just be a case of get the regular receivers some rest because they've been running up and down the field throughout this first half.
And perhaps you want to save those guys, as in Devin Samil, Ty Spencer, just save them from getting hurt. And give the other guys a chance to do something here. On first down, a run up to the right side. It's a gain of about 3 or so.
Probably going to be calling some names we don't usually call today.
It is a good opportunity for these players to get some great playing time, and in the second quarter, too. So a lot of great chances coming here for a lot of names. I mean, I know 2 weeks ago we saw Andrew Midden running to the right for a touchdown. The second-string quarterback for the Falcons. 2nd and 6. Delikiai scrambling, rolling to his right. He's going to run it himself. He's going to get a first down. And he's out of bounds around the Lancer 30.
I think the Falcons wanted to go deep on that one. You'll take a look at it here. Delikiai pumps to the near side. Ekstrom faked like he was going to make the catch. Delikiai took a look downfield, didn't like what he saw. He just takes off run and picks up 15 yards and a first down.
George Blake on the coverage for the Lancers, who is the one who forced Delikiai to start scrambling. 3 receivers to the left side. This is first down. And it's a fumble from Delikiai. He's lost it. And it's going to be Matt Ivory who's going to pick it up for Worcester State.
Matt Ivory with the best defensive play we have seen for Worcester State all day. He doesn't bite on the option. Take a look at it here, and then he just punches the ball loose. Delikiai scrambling for it. Ivory is quicker. Ivory is luckier. He falls on that one, and Worcester State picks up the turnover.
He was the only one there, and for Delikiai, his second fumble of the season. Puts a quick end to that drive. And now Worcester's going to try to springboard off the momentum here. And Trevor Vasey wants to turn his game around. On first down, it's going to go to Jones. He'll roll out to the right side, spin move, and taken down at the 50 by 2 Falcons.
Big hit there by Teron Seaforth Howard. The entire Falcon sideline showed their appreciation. Have a look at this one.
You see, he makes the spin move, and then just that tag team of Seaforth Howard and Som. And that's not a tag team you ever want to be caught in.
No, that is a bad team. That is not a team you want to face if you're a receiver.
And on second down, a throw to the left side goes much better for Isaiah King. He gets a pretty nice gain, and he's going to have a first down.
Good pickup there by King. Gets the ball in the backfield pretty much. Is able to get all the way across the Falcon 40. Worcester State will have it first and 10 at the Fitchburg 38.
Lancers moving along. It'll be Jones to the left side, but he's going to be wrapped up as he tried to get around on everybody, and he ends up getting about 3 at most. It was Luis Feliz on the defensive backs for the Falcons making the tackle there. No, he's a linebacker. I always feel like he's a defensive back, but no.
He looks like a defensive back.
That's how well he plays. On second down, that ball thrown well behind the intended receiver, but a flag flies.
2 flags fly, in fact. There was one following the route, and then the umpire threw one for good measure.
So our referee will come to get this straightened out. What are the infractions? How do we want to enforce this? 6:45 to go in the second at a 20-0 lead for the Falcons.
Personal foul, defense number 11, hands to the face. Ineligible receiver, offense, number 64. Those penalties offset. Replay.
No harm,
second
no
down.
foul. Offsetting penalties.
And the Falcons' penalty was going to be a personal foul. That was going to be worse than the Lancers' penalty. 1 foul on each side. That cancels it out, regardless of the yardage. Lancers wish they could split the difference on that one. They'd take the 10 yards, but they won't get it. It'll just be 2nd and 8 again. And this time it'll be another run for Kamani Jones on the right side.
Kamani Jones.
Seemed to get definitely a good few yards there. It's maybe about 9 and good enough for a first.
Bit of a trouble on the exchange there, but Jones is able to bring it in, and he has a big hole in front of him. Good running by Kamani Jones. Picks up another Worcester State first down. The Lancers are moving.
So first down again. Vasey running backwards, many yards backwards. And his dump pass is short. Looking for Kamani Jones, and a flag comes out.
Flag thrown once again, and with that much pressure on the quarterback, you have to think
Offense
it
number
is a hold, in
75,
fact,
10-yard
against
penalty.
Worcester State.
Replay, first down.
So that was never going to be great for Worcester, and now it's going to be -10. They'll get to keep the down at least. Better than a grounding or something like that. I guess the point I was going to make about the Falcons' defense, against Mass Maritime, they're facing one of the best rushers in the MassCAC, in Kenny Pierce. He rushed for over 200 yards twice in 3 games coming into last week's game against Fitchburg, and the Falcons held him to 58 yards.
That's pretty good if you can do that.
That's one of the many examples of how great this Falcon defense has been this year. As on the 1st and 20, that pass for Isaiah King. He ends up running up the middle and gets a lot of those yards back. Still be behind the original 10 yards, but it'll be second down. And Worcester just likes the fact they're a bit closer.
Good gain for King, brings up about a second down and 12 now as we duck under 6 minutes to play here in the first half.
Different running back on the left side, as that was Valentine, and he leaps forward to get as many yards as he can. And he gets about a little more than half the yards he needed to get to the first. But now it's another dreaded third down for Worcester.
Dana Valentine had a big hole in front of him. Only a great extension of the arm by Usam Sam was able to stop him from picking up the first down. And now we've seen it a few times this week, Danny. The play, go on 2, and Terrence Gibson thought it was going 1. So he went on 1, and you can't do that.
Yep, he jumped immediately. You could see it. It's one of the more blatant calls you'll see.
Now, this isn't the Arena Football League where you can get a running start up to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Not going to happen.
This isn't arena football. This isn't Canadian football. This is college football, and we don't like players doing that.
No.
Third down and a little less manageable 8. Thrown to the near side it is for King, and that's not going to be good enough.
Good defense there by Asante Easter. He let King make the catch and focused on making the tackle. King picks up maybe 3 yards, but it'll still be fourth down and about 7.
The magic number 8, that's the number of times that Worcester's gone for it on third down and not made it. They're 0 for 1 on fourth down for good measure. They just haven't had much of anything going. It's like they can get things going on the first 2 downs, but not on the third.
Now they have to face a 4th.
And 7, a long pass to the left side, and that's going to be overthrown. They were looking for Kamani Jones. If he caught that, he probably would have had 6.
Jones did have a step on his defender. Vasey just couldn't quite get the ball there. It was a little overthrown, and once again, Worcester State turns it over on downs.
And part of that also came down to those penalties that Worcester was taking, too. It definitely put a bit of a damper on that drive, and now Worcester, they've already been called for 7 penalties in this contest.
Fitchburg State now will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25 as they look to put more points on the board here in the first half.
3 receivers to the left for Delakiai. He'll hand it off. Falcons just pushing through the line, trying to get as many yards as they can. That is Javon Brown-Simpson with that run.
Brown-Simpson, the ball
Ty
carrier.
Spencer, Devin Samil back on the field for Fitchburg State. Joining them, Ben Sattywhite, who is one of the few Falcons who have yet to make a catch today.
For Sattywhite, he's a track and field star for the Falcons. Very good at the high jump. As on this drive, this carry, Brown-Simpson, he looked like he was down, but he was laying on a Lancer, so he stays on his feet, and he gets many extra yards.
Great awareness by Javon Brown-Simpson. He knew that his knee had not hit the ground. Take a look at it here. Right there, Brown-Simpson is hit. He gets his hand down, but not his knee down. You can do that. He just gets up, keeps running. Great play by Brown-Simpson. Great call by the head linesman not to blow that one dead. Results in a big gain for Fitchburg State.
This time, Delakiai will fake the handoff, run out to the left side. He gets decked going out of bounds. Was he hit late is going to be a question.
Well, the back judge certainly thinks so. There is a flag on the play.
Shane Gleim, who's one of the better defenders for the Lancers, the one who forced Delakiai out.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense number 34, late hit out of bounds.
They are going to get Worcester State for the late hit out of bounds. Honestly, it's a bit of a tough call in my estimation, but Delakiai had taken a step out of bounds, and then Gleim made the hit. So it's an additional 15 yards on the end of the run. It'll be a big first down for Fitchburg State, now at the Worcester 28-yard line.
You know, that'll make Delakiai just a little sore, but I guess it'll be worth the 15 yards.
Yeah, he'll take that.
So from the Lancer 28-yard line, the Falcons continue to wheel and deal. Fakes the handoff to Taylor Rice-Brooks, and now Delakiai stumbles once, twice. He's not going to get out of this one without a sec. Oh, wait! Maybe he did, now he didn't. Oh, my. He kept that going for a lot longer than he should have.
It all went wrong right off the bat with the high snap, and then Delikiai just keeps running backwards and running backwards. He's desperately trying to get away, just to throw the ball away. Looks like he's gotten away here, but finally he is brought down from behind. George Blake with a dogged pursuit results in a loss of about 6 yards.
I love the description from Dr. Hines. Garrett Delikiai ran around for a while, and meanwhile on second down, Taylor Rice Brooks runs out to the left side and gets about a yard or so.
That's really all there was to say there. He ran wild for a while, and at the end he lost 6 yards.
Yep. And so you can see the replay here. Rice Brooks got wrapped up just about immediately. 3 Lancers in on that one. 3rd and 15. From the 34. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Delikiai will throw to the left, and it is complete.
That's Ben Sattywhite's first catch of the day. Of his career, in fact, for Sattywhite. Not good for a first down, however.
He'll be happy with that. He was on the team last year, but never was able to pull in any catches. This time he's able to get one there, his first career catch for the track and field star for Fitchburg State.
We mentioned it earlier in the game. The Falcons find themselves once again in the maroon zone. Too long to kick a field goal, too short to punt. So on 4th and 7 from the 26, they will go for it after taking a timeout to think about what they're going to do.
They will probably go for it maybe someday.
I'm sure they're going for it. They just haven't decided what play they're going to do.
And so they'll take the extra time. 1:42 to go in the second quarter. Wow, it's been blowing by, hasn't it?
It has been a very quick game so far. A lot of quick scores, but a lot of the clock just continuing to move.
I think while we have a moment, maybe we should give some shout-outs to our wonderful crew here today at Elliott Field.
Absolutely. I'm John Gugerty, of course. Dan Bolak joining me as well. Our excellent director is John Dextrace. Eric Baird doing a fantastic job running the audio for us. Also picking out the music, I believe. Travis Falk, our technical supervisor. You can see up there on the lift, we've got Tim Doust and Dave Oster. Ty Dorsey and Stephen McDonald running our sideline cameras today. There you go. See them down there. Christian Bidet as well, helping out with the crew. Just a fantastic group of guys here at Fitchburg Access TV, and all volunteer staff as always. And if you want to learn more about FATV, or if you just want to stream this game, you can go to fatv.org.
So let's turn down Twilight Zone, 4th down. This is a catch for Taylor Rice Brooks. He takes it to the end zone for a touchdown, but will it be given as there was a flag on the play?
That was entirely too easy. You don't get to score points that easily, do you? Someone did something wrong. Illegal procedure, somebody did do something wrong. You can't just score 6 points that easily.
So no 6 points for Taylor Rice Brooks on the touchdown reception. And so instead, it will be 4th down and a little more. And this time, it's a little too far for Fitchburg to go for it.
We can't really see on the replay there what the illegal procedure was, but that had the feeling of something that you can't do it that fast. That's not how football works. So now 4th and about 13 from the 31. Christopher Ludwig with an unenviable task trying to get yardage on this punt without just giving them a touchback. We'll see how he does it here. The Falcons may be content to just take a delay of game.
Yeah, if they're going to make it a little easier on Ludwig, they're going to take that 5 yards.
I should point out that delay of game penalties can be declined.
Delay of game, offense. Number 41, 49, 5-yard penalty.
Mr. State will not decline the penalty. They will say, fine, you can have your 5 extra yards. You're still probably going to kick it through the end zone, whatever. So Ludwig will set up. Line of scrimmage is now the 36-yard line. A bit of an easier task for him as he looks to pin the Lancers deep.
So he'll take the snap. He'll looking for that right corner, I think. And that one takes a backwards bounce, but it's still a pretty good punt.
That's a fantastic punt. Worcester State has got to be wondering about their decision-making process. They now are backed up 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line. A fantastic coffin corner kick by Christopher Ludwig.
It's a very good 32-yard punt, one of the best you'll ever see. So 1:26 to go in the second quarter. The Falcons rolling, leading 20-0.
Worcester State has 2 timeouts. However, they also have 86 seconds to go 96 yards if they want to get a touchdown. So it might be a bit of a tall order.
So on first down, looks like a run up the middle goes not much of anywhere.
Went backwards, actually, and for the Lancers, that's not something you can afford to do.
No gain.
I'm really surprised, to be honest with you, Dan, that the Lancers are just going from shotgun here. Do they not have any plays where the quarterback lines up under center and hands the ball off?
Feels like we're seeing fewer and fewer teams have plays in their playbook where you take a snap under center. And at this point, maybe they're just trying to take balls and just get it out of the end zone, just prevent the safety.
I understand it can be difficult, that quarterback-center exchange, but when you're backed up, lining up in your end zone from the shotgun, go under center. Why are you going from shotgun here?
Lancers going to run down a lot of clock here.
They do have to get one more play off before the end of the half, and they're probably going to be content just to
Might throw a pass out to the left, to the right flat, and it is complete. As Isaiah King makes the catch with 16 seconds left, but a flag comes in.
Yeah, stop me if you've heard this before, Danny. This one might be coming back because there's a flag on the play.
Offense, number 27. After distance to the goal from the spot of foul. Repeat 3rd down.
So half the distance to the goal, back to the 2-yard line. And honestly, as a side note, if I'm Fitchburg, if you stop Worcester on this 3rd down,
you let them go to halftime. There's 16 seconds left, dude.
Yeah. I guess with the 20-0 lead, I would have called the timeout and made them try to punt from very little distance, see if you could turn a botch into a safety or something, but
I guess there's the possibility. The Falcons have even declined the penalty, so they will be content to let the clock run here.
Yep, so they don't really see up declining the penalty to let the clock run.
Yep, the Falcons decline the penalty, so the clock runs on the ready for play, and there are fewer seconds on the clock than on the play clock, so I think we're just going to go to halftime. Is that right?
That's what I think.
Or is somebody calling timeout here? Well, nobody's going to the locker room, so apparently somebody called a timeout. It's very important that we play the last 16 seconds of this first half of a 20-0 game where Worcester State's just going to take the ball and gain 2 yards and stop the clock, and then the clock's going to run and we're going to go to the halftime. It's very important. We have to do it.
If something like that, I mean, there's a rule. There are rules and procedures that are put into place. But nonetheless, Fitchburg did call their 3rd and final timeout, so there goes whatever strategy I was trying to recommend.
And Worcester State, now facing 4th down, will have to kick it away. So you get your wish.
So they'll have to do at least that much. And there's a dropped snap. And Towie is hit as he kicks it away.
Towie is roughed as he kicks it away. He was plowed into. The referee has thrown his flag. So now Worcester State gets an extra play.
Defense number 15. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Towie just got plowed into as he kicked that one away. So with 10 seconds left to go in the first half, I believe the Lancers will keep the football.
They'll place the ball at around the 25-yard line.
I can't imagine they're going to call that just running into the kicker. That was, in fact, roughing the kicker, so 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage. Worcester State gets probably just one more play. They do have 10 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with.
They'll run up the middle. And all of a sudden running backwards is Jones, now rolling out to the left side, just trying to keep the play alive. He gets to the 30-yard line, a gain of a couple yards, but he's 70 yards short of the end zone.
And procedure has been followed, and now it is halftime. Pretty much.
Yep.
It is the end of a dominant first half for the Fitchburg State Falcons. They lead this one 20-0 as we go to the locker rooms for a break. We'll take it along with them. We'll be back with you in just a moment right here on FATV. We welcome you back to Elliott Field, where the Fitchburg State Falcons lead the Lancers of Worcester State by a score of 20-0. I'm John Gugerty, joined as always by Dan Bolak. And Danny, today Garrett Delakiai is having himself a day. He has already passed Jim Miller for the career passing yardage record as a Falcon. And just how good has he been today?
12 completions on 14 attempts, 196 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
That's pretty good. I think we'll take that. That's a good first half for the junior quarterback out of Leominster.
Absolutely. And you look at the other side, Trevor Vasey, I've been saying it all day, averages 322 yards a game. Today, 81. 81
yards for Vasey, part of a Worcester State offense that just hasn't been able to get anything going against the Falcons today. The Fitchburg State Falcons have 269 total offensive yards. The Worcester State Lancers,
a little more than
69.
Well, there was a typo.
Oh, there was a typo.
There was a typo. It's 119, but it's still, the point remains, it is a vast difference. The Falcons outclassed the Lancers in the first half.
That's a good way to say it. The Falcons are just in another league from Worcester State right now. We went into this one, it's weird. We've had a lot of games over the years here at Elliott Field. We go into it thinking this one's probably going to be a blowout. It's rare that you go into one thinking it's going to be a blowout for the Falcons. Recently, not so rare. And today, so far, it's been a blowout.
A couple of years ago, this was a Falcon team that was lucky to get 2-3 wins in a season. The last 2 years, they've gone 6-4, and this year, they're 30 minutes away from going 5-1. Adrian Lingo, the freshman linebacker from Sharon, Mass, looks to kick off for Worcester State. This is the first time we've seen them kick off today, as they've been held off the scoreboard. But Lingo does get a pretty good boot out to the 10-yard line. And this is Taylor Rice Brooks running it up to about the 28-yard line. And you can see him holding on tightly to the ball, keeping a hold on it, not going to let anyone try to scrum that away from him. A gain of 18 on the run back. And now the Falcons offense will take the field again.
Fitchburg State kicked it off to start the game, so they get the ball to begin play here in the second half. Already leading 20-0, already with their quarterback having thrown 3 touchdowns. Fitchburg State looks to just make the distance wider between them and Worcester State.
We'll see what type of receiver options the Falcons will be using in this, as on first down it is caught and complete.
Good catch there by Taylor Ekstrom. He had to use every inch of his frame there. Ekstrom goes 6 feet tall. He needed every bit of it.
Yeah, he just threw a bullet, and he's just able to get his hands out, cup the ball, and able to pull it in. That's a gain of plenty for a first. So back on first down again. They'll go on the ground. This is Javon Brown-Simpson down at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5 yards on the play as the Falcons continue to march downfield.
We have seen the Falcons go with a number of different receivers, Dan, as you indicated. Ben Sattywhite making his first career reception for Fitchburg State, among others.
Herbert Acosta also getting his first career reception. Seven different receivers for the Falcons today. They fake the handoff on first down. Lancers thought they'd snuffed it out, and then from the line of scrimmage, it's thrown and incomplete. In and out of the hands of a Falcon receiver on the far side. I think that might have been Ekstrom.
Take a look at it here. Delakiai looks like he wants to roll to his right. Nothing doing there. Good defense by Worcester State. He finally gets the pass off to his left, but it is swatted away incomplete. Fitchburg State will face a 3rd down and 5.
Whereas the Lancers are 0 for 9 on 3rd downs today. The Falcons a bit better, and by a bit better I mean 3 for 6, which is actually quite a bit better. So here we go. A throw out to the near side. It is caught. That should be enough for a first down.
Beautifully designed play there. Just get it out to Ty Spencer on the catch and run. Spencer, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, closing in on the all-time reception record for a Fitchburg State receiver. That is his 4th catch of the day. With 4 more, he will pass the current record holder, and he gets another one here on the quick pass to the near side.
Unfortunately, John, that last one was for Devin Samil.
It was?
Yep, it was.
Dang it.
Cut off by the wrong numbers. You know, the numbers are a bit tough to read at times. Especially
so it was Samil who made the first down catch?
Yep, but Ty Spencer did have that catch. So.
Okay, so now he made his 4th catch of the day.
Yes, he did.
Dang it.
Oh, well, it happens. That's a gain of about 5. On second down, it's a run up the middle, and Javon Brown-Simpson breaking tackles, trying to burst free. He's down just short of the 10-yard line.
We mentioned that there have been 7 different receivers making catches. There have really only been 2 carrying the ball. In the absence of Jordan Almore, it's been Taylor Rice-Brooks and this man, Javon Brown-Simpson. You see him here plowing through tackles, picking up a big gain.
And now the Falcons into the red zone. On first down, Delakiai holds it on the play action, and that does not go as designed for the green and gold. It's a sack. It's actually the 4th time Delakiai's been sacked today.
Shane Gleim making the final hit, but there were a number of Lancers in on Delakiai. Give George Blake credit as well.
And so it's a loss of 4 for the Falcons. It'll be second down and 13 from the 17-yard line. Delakiai looking, throws, it's tipped and nearly picked off. As that was Shane Gleim there, one of the best defenders that Worcester has to offer, and he gets right in the middle of that play again.
Shane Gleim is turning into a Visa card. He's everywhere Garrett Delakiai wants to be. He makes the sack on first down and swats it away on second.
Yep, bit cross with himself there. Felt like he would have had a nice interception. We joked that Delakiai's passing numbers today possibly good enough for a perfect game by NFL passer rating standards. That interception would have ruined that stat. On third down, he's going to throw to the end zone, to the near side. Incomplete, but the flag comes flying in. He's looking for Ty Spencer.
The Falcons love that play. Just throw the fade to the corner of the end zone, let Ty Spencer jump for it. In this case, he doesn't jump because he was held, and that's a penalty. You see it right there. Rafael Guzman is doing everything he can, but in the end, he does pull the jersey. Foul occurs in the end zone. It'll be first and goal at the 1.
Defense number 7. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Excuse me, the 2-yard line, because it is college football.
Yep, college does that. So it's goal to go. First from the 2. See where Delakiai goes. He's got 3 receivers to his left and Spencer to his right. He'll go for the handoff. But bouncing off the line and going backwards and nowhere is Javon Brown-Simpson. Driscoll with the tackle for Worcester State on that one.
Max Schiavone having a bit of a hard time getting up. He's slow to get back to the line. He is the center for the Falcons, so we'll have to keep an eye on him, see how he does.
This will be second and goal from the 5. Delakiai goes for the handoff again. Brown-Simpson thinks he's found a hole. He dives through it, and he's going to be short.
Got back across the initial line of scrimmage a little bit more. They're going to mark him down right at the 1, where it will be third down and goal. Take a look at it again here. Brown-Simpson looks like he wants to go to the right, then cuts back left, plunges forward, but is stopped just shy of the line to gain. That was Matt Lorero saving the touchdown for Worcester State.
On third down, they'll try another carry, and Worcester sniffs it through all the way. Javon Brown-Simpson taken down for a loss.
After the big play by Javon Brown-Simpson, it felt like the Falcons wanted to get him the score, and maybe Worcester State saw that coming as well. They brought the house. Not much Brown-Simpson could do there. So after having first and goal from the 2, Fitchburg State will be forced to settle for a 23-yard field goal attempt.
Ludwig on to go for 3. He's 1 for 2 this season. Laster with the hold. Kick is up, and There are whistles on the play, so the officials aren't going to tell us if that was actually good or not. It looked like it went
It
through
was
the
good.
upright.
That was a good kick.
Offense
But
number
illegal
67.
procedure against
5-yard
the Falcons,
penalty.
so
Remains
having
fourth down.
a 23-yarder, Ludwig will now have to make a 28-yarder in order for this to count.
The first field goal he made this season, the only field goal he made this season, was from 22. The other field goal that he attempted this year, that was back in the Becker game, and that got blocked. So 28 yards, it's a left to right kick. It looks like, just a little bit. This one a bit lower.
But it is good.
Falcons will take it. It's 3 on the board, 10:23 to go, third quarter. The Falcons lead 23-0.
Once again, a very good crowd on hand here at Elliott Field. Still plenty of time for those of you who live in Fitchburg to come on down, enjoy the rest of this game. The women's lacrosse team is operating the concession stand today. They've got some pretty good stuff up for sale. If you don't live in Fitchburg, or if you know someone who's out of town, maybe want to check out the rest of this game, of course you can go to fatv.org and live stream the rest of this game.
Also, if you know anybody who has like satellite TV, they're definitely going to want to make use of that web stream as well.
Absolutely.
Yep. Just a brief moment on the out-of-town scores. Western Connecticut beat Mass Maritime today, 46-39. Relevant as that's the Falcons' most recent opponent in Mass Maritime, and the next
a typical
opponent,
Mass Maritime defensive struggle.
Yep, and the next opponent in Western Connecticut. That's going to be the biggest game left on the schedule, I think, for the Falcons. And Framingham's rolling over Westfield 35-7. Framingham wants to run away with the conference, and they're going to be halfway there with the victory, seemingly upcoming against Westfield. On this kickoff return, the Lancers are going to be able to take it all the way up to about the 46-yard line, and then more yelling after the whistle.
We saw a lot of pushing and shoving and unsportsmanlike conducts and unnecessary roughnesses called on both sides of the ball in the first half. Looks like that chippiness has not yet died down as we go into the third quarter of this one.
You think a 20-minute break would do some good in that department?
Take a breath, catch your breath. Come on, calm down. Calm down. Nope, they're still not.
And so 1st and 10, they spot it at the 45. This is Valentine. Runs to the right, runs up the middle after that, and gets pushed back by a flock of Falcons.
It really has been a two-headed rushing attack for the Lancers, Kamani Jones and Dana Valentine. Their whole offense has moved to the ball in fits and starts. They've had a couple of turnovers, a couple of failed fourth down attempts, but really no sustained offensive attack for Worcester State.
Long delayed handoff, and now Valentine running up to midfield. He's going to get about 3 on that.
Good work by Nathan Hawley to bring down Valentine. He was coming on the rush from the left side, and that ran to his right. You see it here. Hawley, number 56, actually cuts down Valentine. It's not often that you're going to see a linebacker chase down a running back, but Hawley did it there.
No backs in the backfield, and that looks like something we have not seen before. A third down conversion for Worcester State.
My goodness, they can do that.
It's Isaiah King who makes the catch, his 7th of the day.
King has really been the main target for Trevor Vassy and the Lancer offense.
He led the team in receptions with 28 coming into today. Interestingly enough, no touchdowns. And on first down, that throw to the right side is incomplete, as Usam Sam gets in the way of that one, as
just swatted it away from Aaron Whitkiss.
Vasey was looking for Whitkiss, but Usam Sam, the junior defensive back from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Pause for a moment to make sure I knew exactly where he was from.
He could have been from Woonsocket.
Could have been. Could have been from Tiverton. That's where Ekstrom's from.
There you go.
Kamani Jones with another run. Gets a couple of yards on this one. At this pace, maybe he'll get to his 84-yard average or what have you, but it's going to take him a whole lot of carries to get there at this pace.
Maybe. I think Freddie the Falcon is getting into it with John Cena down here right in front of us. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Flag flies right on the snap here.
Well, if the flag doesn't wipe out the play, that's going to be the first catch of the day for Aaron Whitkiss, but I have a feeling that flag might.
Can that possibly be Wickes' first catch? It feels like he's been targeted half a dozen times.
It feels like it, but only 4 different Lancers have actually caught balls today. I know, it surprises me. But the officials will talk this over. I think there might have been another flag in after it. We'll have to see how this is all going to shake out here.
We did see a flag fly right at the snap. That typically indicates either offside as indicated.
Defense.
Or
Number 93, that penalty is declined. After the play was over, there were 2 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 47 on Fitchburg. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, 65 on Worcester.
Yeah, 47's on the bench.
I think the end game on this is none of this is going to matter.
That's correct. The offside penalty is declined because the play itself gained a good amount of yardage, and then the 2 dead ball fouls will offset. But they are the 3rd and 4th unsportsmanlike conducts of this game.
In the crowd, I think, razzing our referee a little bit as he needed the umpire to help read those numbers to him.
A little bit of confusion among the Zebras, just a touch.
Yeah, Matt Ivory and Joseph Arterberry, if I heard the numbers correctly, were the ones who were guilty of the unsportsmanlike conducts.
If it's Matt Ivory, that had to be up along the sideline. He's a linebacker. I can't imagine he would be on the field for the Worcester State offense right now.
Those numbers inverted. Anyway, on first down, a throw to the right side goes nowhere for Trevor Vasey.
Vasey pass, ball incomplete.
Could have been Mackenzie Cashin for Fitchburg State, 47.
Yep, that. If I heard 55 right, well, all the numbers in the 50s for Worcester, most of them are linebackers. So
a guy on Worcester did something bad, and a guy on Fitchburg did something bad. Worcester did something good. It's Kamani Jones picking up the catch and run for a first down.
It's a lot of yards on that one, and that's actually his first catch of the day. I'm surprised on that too. Feels like, just like with Valentine and Wickes, they've been targeted so many times. This is the first time they've actually been able to do something with it. Wasn't good enough for a first down.
3rd and a yard for Worcester State. Whistles kill the play.
Well, it's not going to be 3rd and 1 then.
Illegal snap. Offense on the snapper. Double point snap. 5-yard penalty.
So minus 5 yards for Worcester.
Did they get Vasey for simulating a snap on that? Is that what I heard?
That's something that you can call.
Okay.
And so that is the 10th penalty against Worcester today.
My goodness.
I mean, the referees are not calling a lot of penalties because they want to do lots of talking. They're calling lots of penalties because the teams are committing lots of penalties.
That's true.
This is 3rd and 6. Vasey looking to his right all the way. He throws it. It's caught for Wickes. He's going to be down, I think, short of the first down marker.
They've run that designed inside screen a couple of times. This time they barely get it off. Wickes is able to pick up maybe 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 3. And you've got to think with a 23-point deficit halfway through the 3rd quarter, Worcester State will go for it, and yes, indeed, they will.
They'll have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jones in the backfield. And Vasey wants something from the sideline. Play clock is running down. They've got to call timeout. The play clock's already run out. So
Vasey wanted to change the play. He didn't like the coverage he saw. In the end, Worcester State has to take their first timeout of the second half to avoid a delay of game penalty.
Just to prevent making a daunting task more daunting. You can see the Falcons coaching staff to our left. They're pretty happy about that one. In the end, Vasey he wanted to change the play. You look at the play clock, it's like 5-4. It's like, you can't change it now? But miscommunication issues not helping the Lancers case any.
There you see the Worcester State sideline. Their head coach, Brian Cullen, is in his 33rd season as the head of the Lancers. So he's been there for a while. He probably knows what he wants his boys to do here on 4th down. It's just a matter of execution. and getting past the daunting Fitchburg State defense.
I know historically the Lancers have been very good against the Falcons. If you look,
I believe 23-7 historically.
That is correct. The Falcons did win the last meeting.
I did my homework.
That's good. Gold star for participation. 4th and 3 now. Falcons won 40-24 last year. This time a little more lopsided, 23-0. Worcester wants to change that with this 4th and 3, but they're going to turn it over on downs for the 3rd time today.
That pass intended for Isaiah King was just out of his reach, and as you said, Dan, it's the 3rd time already Worcester State has gone for it and failed on 4th down.
That ball just well overthrown. King had not much of a chance at pulling that one in.
Good coverage as well by the Falcons. It looked like Asante Easter was there, but that was really not a catchable ball for Isaiah King.
And so another drive goes by the wayside for the Lancers. 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, it is a handoff up the middle. Taylor Rice Brooks trying to get as much as he can. It's at least 10. There is a flag on the play, though.
Imagine that.
Yep, and
Offense number 74. Half the distance to
Holding
the goal.
is the call, so
Repeat
this
first
one's
down.
coming back.
you can kind of see Taylor Rice Brooks' his reaction after he got down, after all that hard work he put into that play.
He did. He
And-
had to run 15 yards, he had to get hit in the back, he had to get tackled, and it doesn't even count. It's frustrating.
Means absolutely nothing. It's 1st and 20 for the Falcons.
1st and 20.
So ratchet up the degree of difficulty a little bit. Falcons have 3 receivers to the right. Rice Brooks remains in the game as the running back. And he'll hand off again. It started with Rice Brooks running into his own lineman and then
That's
getting
not a
about
good start.
Yep.
First he ran into his lineman, then he ran into George Blake. Neither of those are good things. So he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that 2nd down and 20.5.
See if the Falcons try something different on this 2nd down. And it's another run. No, it's a play action. This time it's caught. It is Ty Spencer. Considering the hole, maybe the run would have been a little better, but nonetheless, the Falcons will get it to the 20-yard line. Get about 10 on that.
Spencer's 6th catch of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. The count's got 5.
5 including that one?
Yep, that one would make 5.
Okay.
So we'll go with that. And Ty Spencer at 131 catches. Carmi Cesare at 132 is the all-time mark. So it's just 1 more catch to tie and 2 to take it. Delkia is going to throw for a long distance for Spencer. Has he come down with that one? He has not.
So close to a great catch by Ty Spencer. Rafael Guzman with excellent coverage as well. On 3rd and long like that, Delkia just throws it up. It's a well-thrown ball, pretty much in stride, a little underthrown. You see right there, great work by Guzman. Spencer had that one in both of his arms, and Guzman's able to knock it away. Great work by the Worcester DB.
Stays in the play to the very end and is able to force the incompletion. And so Ty Spencer does not tie Carmi Cesare just yet. Ludwig will punt for the Falcons. It'll be Derek Moore back to take it if he wants anything to do with this one. He's going to let it go, and it'll go out of bounds at the Lancer 37.
Pretty good kick once again for Ludwig. We haven't talked about it much, but the punting game has been strong for Fitchburg State after being a bit of a liability earlier on in the season.
Yep, a little over 42 yards. And Ludwig, a couple weeks ago, was named, after his performance in the Bridgewater State game, was named MASCAC Special Teams Player of the Week.
A well-deserved honor for him.
Shows how much he's improved as the season in his time here in Fitchburg has gone on. The junior from Fort Myers, Florida.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Valentine fumbled it after Mamu Sam came in like a truck, and Vasey was able to get on top of it.
My goodness. Take a look at this one. Brian Monaco is just not blocked. You got to get a helmet on that guy.
That's what I get for only seeing it out of the corner of my eye. I said Sam, but he was just there at the very end. Brian Monaco deserves all the credit for that one. Got to put somebody on him.
My goodness.
Second and a little more. This is flung up to the near side, and leaping up to try to make a play on that one was Matthew Stewart, a name we've not called today, sophomore from Scituate. That one just a little too high, a little out of reach.
Vasey under pressure once again, throws that one off his back foot. The result is an overthrown, uncatchable ball that the receiver just could not get a hand on.
So it'll go down to 3rd and 15 from the 33. Vasey's a big guy, 6 foot 6 inches tall. Didn't even notice that till I looked at the program. He's going to try to the left side again, basically the same spot, just a different receiver. That time was Kamani Jones. And that time, again, a little overthrown, a little too high.
Just a little bit out of his reach. Jones had to extend just to get his fingertips on that ball. As this game goes along, the Lancers are throwing it more and more, and Vasey just hasn't been able to get in rhythm. His passes are a little out of reach, a little overthrown, and once again, Worcester State will have to kick it away.
So we've seen pretty much the whole range of punts out of Pat Toohey today. This one looks like a fairly decent one. They take a hop at the 40. Not the most fortuitous bounce in the world as it goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 4:18 to go, third quarter. Fitchburg 23, Worcester nothing.
Worcester nothing, and Worcester not looking like doing much right now. They've had a couple of big plays, a couple of drives where it looked like they were moving the ball and then turned it over either on a fumble or a failed 4th down conversion. But for the most part, the stout Falcon defense has just held Worcester State in check.
The Falcons in conference this year have conceded just 44 points, and 34 came in the game against Framingham that they lost 34-21. 72 points conceded all year. That Becker game was 25 more of them. So well they've been doing defensively as that one is thrown behind.
Just a little behind Lastra. Delikiai is upset with himself. He had Lastra in space. Play looked similar to the pass on which Jesse Lastra scored his touchdown.
Yep, that was a 54-yard touchdown back in the second quarter. The third that Delikiai threw today. 2nd and 10. Receivers to the right, they go with the handoff this time. It doesn't look like much of anything will come of this.
The ball actually came loose and Worcester State has fallen on.
Actually, very much has come of this. I think they're saying he was already down, though.
The ball carrier.
That must be what they're signaling because Worcester State definitely picked that up.
3rd down.
And that is, the forward momentum was stopped, so it is 3rd down. Bit of a break there for Fitchburg State as if they needed it. Already leading this one 23-0. They retain possession.
Yep, so looked like a lot of nothing, then it was a lot of something, then it was a lot of nothing again. 3 receivers to the right on 3rd down. Delikiai chucking to his left. Now he does throw to his left-ish. It's complete to Ekstrom, but it's incomplete actually as it's come out of his hands. As the Falcons would rather take the incompletion over the fumble.
Ekstrom the intended receiver. 4th down.
Delikiai was eyeing Ekstrom for pretty much that entire play, even with all those options to the right side.
Take a look at it here. Delikiai does look to his left, glance to his right, and then looks back to his left to Ekstrom. And that's just a great defensive play by Donnell Boyd. Ekstrom pretty much had that catch made, and Boyd was able to slap it away and cause the 4th down attempt to come up.
Falcons will come on to punt here. Ludwig boots this one downfield. This one will take a Fitchburg roll to the 19-yard line.
Pretty good kick by Ludwig, and then the good bounce. Worcester State will have it 1st and 10 at their own 19. I just heard the most wonderful news.
Did you?
Yes. Everything at the concession stand, until they run out of stuff apparently, is $1. So if you wanted to go get something, $1.
$1. I guess run down here quickly enough if you're in the Fitchburg area.
There you go. $1 cheeseburgers here at Elliott Field. Get them while they're hot.
Will they still let you in for?
Quiet you.
All right. Anyway, 3:20 to go in the quarter.
Trying to get people to come to the game.
On first down, it's thrown out to the near side. This is King again. He'll go out to the sideline.
This pass is complete. Isaiah King on reception.
Got a good chunk of yardage on that one, as King makes his 8th reception of the day. That leads all receivers in this contest. Most receptions for the Falcons, Ty Spencer has 5.
Bit of a confusion with the chain gain. It is 1st and 10. They have not yet moved the chains. Now they're going.
He did get just enough. They were trying to figure out if he was spotted short or if he got enough, but he did get enough. So 1st and 10 again. They'll go with a handoff this time. Up the middle, and not much coming out of that.
He just ran right into the arms of DeMar Collins, and those are pretty big arms. You're not going to get out of those.
DeMar Collins with the initial hit for the Falcons.
So a gain of just 2
Gain of about 2
yards
on the play.
for Worcester State.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Vasey will look to throw this time, and falling backwards, it is caught.
Pass is complete.
That is Aaron Whitkiss who came up with it.
Had the reception, good for first down.
Junior captain from Chelmsford. He makes his 3rd catch of the day. Maybe one of his better ones. It's good enough for another
Pass is
first down.
and 10.
And that time, a slightly forward, but mostly to the side pass.
Barely forward. I think the Lancers are fortunate that that was ruled a forward pass intended for Dana Valentine.
And so nothing coming out of that one.
Worcester State has gone with that play a number of times today. Just try to get it to the running back, almost a long handoff. In that case, they were lucky not to lose yardage there.
And that time on the option, he didn't give it to Valentine. Maybe he should have.
Kyreek Watford was not having any of that. He let Vasey pretend to hand it off and then just nailed Vasey for a big loss of there.
Loss on the play.
Loss of a bunch on that. 4 yards is Kyreek Watford, as we saw. He didn't fall for it. Takes Vasey down post-haste. 3rd down. Vasey looks over the middle. Incomplete, it looks like, as there's just a mosh pit going for the ball.
Mahmoud Sam might be a bit fortunate not to have been penalized there. He basically leveled the receiver rather than swatting the ball away. But it worked.
The Psalms, they hit hard.
So Worcester State not yet truly desperate with 1:51 to play here in the 3rd quarter. They will not go for it on 4th and 15. They'll instead kick it away.
Well, it's still a 3-possession game. Pat Toohey will send that one high in the air.
Yeah, if you've got that kind of punter, you kick the ball.
Ekstrom looking around. He's got some distance here, a bit of space. He keeps going. Now there are flags on the play as he cuts back around the 35, down at the 30.
Another flag as Ekstrom is driven out of bounds. Probably multiple fouls here. At least another flag just hit the ground. My goodness. We're at a point where there is almost as much yellow as green on this field.
There have been 19 penalties, and those are just the ones that have been accepted. Not the ones that have been canceled out, because we've had a few of those, and not the ones that have been declined, because we've had a few of those.
We're going to have all of them on this one. There are 2 flags right about at midfield. There's another at midfield. There are 2 flags at midfield. There's one at the Falcon 30-yard line. There's another just beyond that.
During the return, there was an illegal block on the return team, number 90. That will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the play was over, there was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 10 on the return team. That penalty will also be enforced, 15 yards. It'll be 1st down, Fitchburg.
So 25 yards of penalties, all against Fitchburg State at the end of what had been a very good return for Taylor Ekstrom.
Now, what did Taylor Ekstrom exactly do? He was the one who was called for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
That is a good question, and hopefully one that we may be able to answer if we get a shot of a replay here, while the officials are marching off 25 yards, bringing that ball back. Take a look at it here. So Ekstrom makes the catch right about the 22. There's the block in the back, I believe.
Actually, didn't come till about midfield, actually.
There's the block in the back.
A little more blatant, a little more obvious.
There's another block in the back that didn't get called. Ekstrom's driven out of bounds. And then as he's down, you see Ekstrom slam the ball down. Might be going to bark at a Lancer. Can't really see anything too bad there, but he did get penalized.
I'm going to guess it was words. So this is a little flip pass, and it is caught. This is a big run coming here. Taylor Rice Brooks gets back all of those yards
and
lost
then
in the
some.
penalties. Down at the Worcester 25.
That's a 50-yard catch and run for Taylor Rice Brooks. That is how you run a screen pass.
Absolutely. Oh, high steps there as well. And so on first down. Oh, and a botched handoff there. Everybody trying to scramble on that one. I think Delikai might have been able to get on top of it. We have to see how this all stacks up in the scrum.
Fitchburg does retain possession.
So this time they just try to hand it off. Delikai tried to pull it back. Rice Brooks didn't realize that it was not going to be kept. Didn't pull it back strongly enough, and then just a scramble for the ball.
Yeah, like you said, Danny, it looked like Delikai was indecisive about whether or not to pull that ball back. And now Garrett Delikai is heading to the sideline holding his nose.
Might be some blood there, but anyway, Andrew Minton is into the game now for the Falcons. We saw him run for a touchdown 2 weeks ago on our last telecast. This time he hands off for Taylor Rice Brooks, runs up the left side. And did he lose the football at the end?
Officials are saying that he was down. Worcester State is not terribly happy with that decision. Dannell Boyd is particularly upset.
5-yard gain as Rice Brooks. Yeah,
he appears to have been down.
That's what I think. Unless they feel that Rice Brooks fell on a Lancer.
And Delikai is back on the field, so whatever the situation was with him and his nose, it has been rectified now.
The play will not come off before time expires in the third quarter. And so, again, more offense, but just a field goal to show for it for the Falcons. They extend the lead, though. 3 quarters complete at Elliott Field. It's Fitchburg State 23, Worcester State not.
Not much going on for Worcester State right now. Their offense really cannot get anything going. And although the Falcon offense has sputtered a bit here in the third quarter, only putting 3 points on the board, as long as they're not conceding any, that's perfectly fine. Patrick Haverty will take that all day. He's happy to be leading this one by a score of 23-0. Folks, while we have a second here, we want to let you know the upcoming broadcast schedule for Fitchburg State and Fitchburg High School football right here on FATV. This coming Friday, October the 16th, is Fitchburg State hosting Shepherd Hill. That is homecoming at Crocker Field. A big game as always. A 7 o'clock kickoff right here on FATV. Our next Falcon telecast comes to you Saturday, November the 7th as UMass Dartmouth comes to Fitchburg State for a big MASCAC showdown, a 1 o'clock kickoff. The following Saturday, November 14th, Plymouth State University comes to Fitchburg State for a 3 o'clock kickoff. And all of that is building to Thursday, November the 26th, Thanksgiving, a 10 a.m. kickoff. Leominster High at Fitchburg High. Thanksgiving at Crocker Field this year. All of those games available on FATV. Live action resumes here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 passes intercepted, picked off for the Lancers. Ryan Jones just reaches up and pulls that one out of the air, giving life to Worcester State.
The freshman from Burlington, I mean, he's a lineman. He's not supposed to be the guy making interceptions, but on that short pass to Javon Brown-Simpson, he's getting in on the play, and he reaches up and pulls it down.
They teach the lineman, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. Ryan Jones got his hands up and pulled down a football. First turnover of the day via interception for the Falcons. Delikai has also lost a fumble. So Worcester State now takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23, trailing this one by 23. Interesting.
And meanwhile, on 1st down, Vasey throws it basically in between 2 Lancers.
There are a fair number of people who would be interested to know about all those coincidences with the number 23. Yes. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Worcester State. They have 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Vasey pumps and throws to his left. That pass is complete. Dexter Andrews on the reception. Andrews is driven back. They will mark him down at the 19 for a loss of 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 14 yards to go.
And it looked like as the Falcons were coming in, you could see a couple of them just trying to go for the ball, trying to strip it away. You can see Asante Easter is one of them. And Luis Feliz as well, I believe. Trying to make up for that lost ball and the interception.
So now 3rd and 14 for Worcester State as they try to get in this one. Vasey's pass to the near side is complete. Kamani Jones, the reception. He's across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. That will be good enough for a Lancer 1st down.
For a moment looking at the monitor, I thought Vasey probably should have ran for it because he had so much open real estate, and then I saw that Jones had just as much real estate to work with.
Jones was wide open, just found himself a pocket in the Fitchburg coverage and is able to pick up a 1st down. Now on 1st down, Vasey pumps and throws long to the left, and that is very long over everybody. Closest target was Tyler Berry, another name we've called a number of times that I don't believe actually has any catches today. That pass falls incomplete. Danny's telling me Berry has 1 reception.
A 19-yard reception a very long time ago. And for as much yardage as Vasey is trying to find over the air, his longest reception all day is 19 yards.
Now on 2nd down, Vasey pumps to his left, throws to his right. Flag comes in, imagine that. Pass for now is complete to Derek Moore, but we will check the foul.
Finally got a good shot of Moore's flowing locks of hair. If this were to count, this would be his 1st reception. The referee is talking to the Falcon bench, so that tells me the penalty will be against Worcester.
Coaches on the near sideline are
Another
indicating
ball
it's
receiver downfield on the offense. Number 68, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
ineligible man downfield. So Falcon coordinators were saying there may have been a block in the back. Take a look at the play here. Vasey pumps left, throws right. Can't really tell who they're getting for ineligible man downfield. Regardless, it is a penalty. 2nd down and 15. Vasey goes long. His man has a step. That pass is caught and then lost, picked up by Fitchburg State and falling out of bounds. Very fancy footwork there by Asante Easter to pick up the loose ball after Isaiah King put it on the turf.
Well, Isaiah King was going to have the great reception. It would have been the best reception of the day. It still is going to be for Vasey, but it turned sour at the very end as Isaiah King loses a handle on the ball. And you can see coming in with the tackle from behind was Errol Bennett. And
look at that play by Asante Easter. He just picks it up, makes sure his feet are inbounds, and then takes the Nestea plunge to the sideline and keeps possession. Just beautiful work by Asante Easter. 1st and 10 now, Falcons.
I mean,
and handoff goes to Rice Brooks up the middle. He gains a couple.
I was going to say, that looked like it probably would have been one of the best chances all day for Worcester to maybe turn that into a score of some type, and then the fumble ruins everything.
You saw Asante Easter on the sideline. He's having a little fun with the ubiquitous pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 2nd down and 7 coming up for Fitchburg State after the gain of 3 by Rice Brooks. Handoff on the end around goes to Jesse Lastra. He's across the 15 and no further than that. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he was just waiting for some blocking, just trying to wait for the defense to come around, and there's...
Oh, Freddie's having some fun. Don't run over the cables, Freddie. Those are expensive. Be careful. He's fine. We're fine. We're still on the air, right?
Yep.
Okay. 3rd down and 6 now for the Falcons. Delici barking signals. Lastra goes in motion to the far side. Play action fake. Delici throws over the middle. Passes incomplete, intended for Samil. And for all the flags we've seen on the field today, we don't get one there. Okay.
We've only seen one pass interference, but I think the defender did get his hands on the ball. Just enough to say he was going for it.
So the pass is swatted away. Falcons go 3 and out, but they'll take it as opposed to having Worcester State have the football at their own 15-yard line. Moore sets up at about his own 45. Woodwick's kick is away. It is very high. Fair catch called for and not made. The ball is muffed, but Moore does fall on it at the 41-yard line.
You can see Steven Vasquez tried very hard to pull that ball away from Moore, but Moore was just able to get back on it. Just slipped through his hands and his arms, but he's able to jump back on it straight away. David Desmay was also there for the Falcons in case it went further south.
So Worcester State's offense will come back onto the field. Little less than 12 minutes to play here, needing 3 touchdowns and a couple of 2-point conversions to get back into this one. 1st and 10, pass by Vasey to the far side is complete. That's Matt Lazoma making his first catch of the day.
Thank you to Lizama for a nice game.
Junior from Milton, yes, that is absolutely his first catch of the day. Now
That's the first time we've called his name today.
Yep. 7th catch of the day, 7th different receiver to get a catch on that one, as Lizama gets a gain of 20.
I had to borrow Lish Ventura's personal autograph Sharpie just to note in my scorecard that it's Lazoma. So I will remind you of that. Now on 1st down, pass to the far side is complete. That's Barry on the catch. And he has himself a 1st down and a bit of a gimpy leg.
Back-to-back 1st downs for Worcester State. They're starting to roll their way downfield.
Lancers find themselves on the move once again, looking to get this ball in the end zone. 1st and 10 now from the 25, and it's number 25 on the carry. That's Dana Valentine, the ball carrier. He gains maybe 4 yards. Call it 2nd down and 6 coming up, assuming anybody ever gets out of this scrum.
Not without a flag.
Louis Feliz was just flat on his back at the bottom of that pile.
After the play was over, there was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike foul, offense number 25. 15 yards, the down counts, 2nd down.
You see there, a couple of guys pushing and shoving. I think there may have been punches thrown.
The penalty was against Worcester. It was Dana Valentine for unsportsmanlike.
So they get Valentine for the unsportsmanlike this time. I believe that's the 6th unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of this game.
I have no idea.
I didn't know the Sterling Cup meant this much to people. Guys, calm down.
Worcester's come up I-190 with a winless record, and they've been trying to change that, and the passion's been running high today.
2nd and about 22. Vasey's pass is incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver. That's Lorenzo Love. No, that's not Lorenzo Lovesey. I have the wrong scorecard. That's Derek Moore, the intended receiver. It helps when you look at the right team on the scorecard, Danny. I try to pass these nuggets of wisdom along to you every now and then.
Got mine fanned out, got both of them right in front of me, but yes, got different styles, different ways of doing things, but More just trying to get his first catch that'll actually count for something.
Third down and Worcester, ironically enough. Vasey throws to the near side. That pass is complete. Kamani Jones makes the catch very close to the line to gain. That's, well, good news for Worcester. That's a gain of about 24. Bad news is it's not enough for a first down. They still face 4th and 2.
I mean, you would have thought with the amount of distance he was throwing on that one, that surely was going to be good enough for a first, but no, that unsportsmanlike conduct really does march you back a lot of yards.
4th and 2, Worcester goes empty backfield once again. Vasey throws to the near side, complete, but behind the line of scrimmage, a loss on the play. Turn it over on downs for the 4th time today. Derek Moore did get his catch for -2 yards.
Well, what can you do? 0 for 4 today is Worcester. 3 for 16 on third downs today. Coming into today, they had the best third down percentage in the conference. They were 47% on the year at third down.
And they've run once again into the very tough, very strong defensive unit of Fitchburg State. And so far, 10-15 to play in this one, they have no points to show for it. Falcon offense comes back out onto the field. Handoff goes up the middle. I believe that's Javon Brown-Simpson, the ball carrier. Yes, it is. He gains about 4 yards. Call it 2nd down and 6.
Falcons still going with the double-barrel duo of Brown-Simpson and Rice Brooks in the backfield.
And we mentioned in the first half, Jordan Almore is not playing today. He is in his jersey but not pads after separating his shoulder a couple of weeks ago. 2nd down and 6 now for the Falcons. Handoff goes up the middle once again. That's Brown-Simpson. He's across the 23, maybe to the 24, before being brought down by a number of Lancers, including Matt Ivory.
Part of this for the Falcons trying to kill some clock here. He definitely will by going up the middle on these runs.
Falcons are definitely content to just sit on the football, move the chains, move the clock. They need to pick up a 3rd down here. Handoff goes to Brown-Simpson. He plunges forward to the 25. No, to the 30, excuse me. That's very close to the line to gain. And they will move the chains. 1st down, Fitchburg State.
They just give it up the gut 3 times to Javon Brown-Simpson. Now he'll take a breather.
And it will be Taylor Rice Brooks coming back into the game. Saw Rice Brooks make that big 50-yard catch and run on a screen pass on the last Fitchburg possession. High snap, handoff goes to Rice Brooks, looking for something. Gets across the line of scrimmage, dives forward. Might have gotten 4 yards. Might have gotten 4 yards.
Took it deep in the backfield, waited a moment, and then just started cutting back, looking for a hole, just trying to bide his time to find somewhere to go. Eventually did find something, got a couple yards out of it. The Falcons they're content with methodically marching the ball downfield right now.
As they should be. Chewing up the clock. We duck under 8:15 to play here in the 4th quarter. Nice little Lost reference for you. Handoff goes once again to Taylor Rice Brooks. He's across the 35-yard line to the 37. See, if this was once upon a time, the clock would have hit 8:15 and then just stopped for 28 years. But no. It's funny, I swear.
Yep. If only that reference hadn't gone over my head.
Whoosh. 3rd down and 2 coming up for Fitchburg State. Rice Brooks remains in the backfield. And he will get the carry straight up the middle. He's got himself a 1st down. He plunges forward to about the 44-yard line, gain of 7 and a Fitchburg 1st down. 7.5 minutes to go in this one as the Falcons chew up the last of the clock. Taylor Rice Brooks will get the brunt of the ball carrying now. He remains in the backfield. And he gets the carry. Worcester State pretty much knows what's coming, and they can at least contain Rice Brooks on this one. He only gains a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Falcons.
That's 7 consecutive runs on this drive.
It's working.
It is, as long as you just average, well, you only have to average, what, 3 1/3?
3 1/3 and so forth, yeah.
10 feet a rush, you'll make it work.
2nd down and 8 for the Falcons. Laster goes in motion, handoff goes to Rice Brooks. This time Worcester State is able to get into the backfield, take him down at about the 45. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 after the loss.
Well, fool us 7 times. And
We won't get fooled an 8th. I think that's what the president said one time. Something like that.
something. Yeah, I'll go with it. I think it was fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, you can't fool me again.
Yeah, that's about right. 3rd down and 10 for Fitchburg State. Rice Brooks remains in the backfield. Delki will throw this time. Pass to the far side is complete. A nice leaping catch, and then staying on his feet was Jesse Lastra. He's in a bit of pain as he gets up.
He really had to reach backwards to try to keep himself up. And he was able to get those extra yards, except it isn't good enough for a 1st down as he's gotten across midfield. But it's 4th and 3 now.
Laster was brought down at the Worcester State 48. The Falcons need to get to the 45. And with 5.5 minutes to go in this one and a comfortable 23-point lead, I think the Falcons will just kick it away. Low snap, Ludwig brings it in, kick is away. High spiral, fair catch called for and made this time by Derek Moore at about the 11-yard line. And there once again you see the Grenkian locks of Mr. Derek Moore. Not quite as blonde as Grenky, Moore's is a little darker.
Maybe a little more like Noah Syndergaard's?
Yeah, not quite as poofy as Syndergaard, but nice,
Or even get Jacob DeGrom in there.
Yeah.
You know, those two teams.
Yeah, it was DeGrom last night. It's Syndergaard tonight against Grenky, isn't it?
I think something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a look at the box score. I went to bed early.
Oh. Mets won. Mets won. Pass to the far side on 1st down for Worcester State is complete. Getting out to the 29-yard line is Tyler Berry. Worcester State will need to move very quickly if they want to stay in this one. Less than 5 minutes to go now.
The one touchdown the Falcons gave up last week against Mass Maritime came very late in that contest. Defense held very well for pretty much the entire game.
Handoff goes to Kamani Jones on 1st down for Worcester State. There are, if you can believe it, flags on the play.
Now we'll have to see what this one is. There's so many of the penalties today.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 3. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
So a 15-yard face mask penalty brings the total yardage lost on penalties for the Falcons to somewhere in the neighborhood of 712, if I'm correct.
Give or take 500.
What is it actually? Am I seeing 188 after that? No, 192 if I'm doing my math.
192.
192 yards gained on penalties by the Lancers. That might be more than the Lancers offense now that I think of it. 1st and 10, Worcester State on the Falcon 49. Pass to the far side is complete. Kamani Jones on the reception. He's only good for a gain of a couple, though. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
I mean, it sort of caught us by surprise, but Trevor Vasey's up to over 275 yards now over the air, I think, with that last reception.
This has got to be how Vasey gets his yards. His team just gets blown out and he keeps throwing the ball.
Feels like it's making a little more sense now to me.
Vasey's pass to the far side is complete to Barry. He's across the 40, but not to the 41. So to bring up 3rd down and about half a yard.
Not wasting any time.
Handoff goes up the middle. That's good for a 1st down. Jones, the ball carrier. He gets 5 yards and a Worcester State 1st down. Is it me or had Worcester State gone like half an hour without handing off before these last 2 handoffs to Kamani Jones? Feels like it, doesn't it?
Could be.
Vasey back to pass here on first down, looking to his right, throws, passes incomplete. Vasey was hit as he threw. I think he wanted to go long with that one. It just hit a patch of dirt where nobody was.
Yep, just looked for the invisible man was wide open, but he hasn't got arms.
Yeah, nobody around him, but yeah, tough to bring him in. Brian Monaco applying the pressure there on Vasey, now on 2nd down and 10. He will play action fake and throw to his left. That pass is brought in. A very good catch there by Tyler Berry, one-handed. Take a look at this one again.
The Worcester receivers have made some pretty nice catches today, and you can see that one-handed catch by Tyler Berry getting around Usam Sam and getting a first down.
1st and 10 for the Lancers at the 21. Vasey pumps and throws to the near side. Pass is complete for a gain of basically nothing. Matthew Stewart the catch before finally being driven down by Errol Bennett.
It's receiver number 9 for Worcester. First catch of the day for Stewart. Doesn't really have much to show for it, though.
No gain, maybe even a loss of half a yard. Call it 2nd down and 10. Falcon cheerleaders pumping up the crowd here on the near sideline as the handoff goes to Kamani Jones. And a flag comes in at the end of the play. How about that?
So will it be for late or will it be for words? Those are the only 2 guesses I've got.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 3, taunting. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
He probably said something to the effect of scoreboard, although probably much ruder than that.
Perhaps. That'll get the Falcons over, I think, 200 penalty yards today.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
Well, that was a shortcoming the Falcons had last year.
Yeah, you can see Feliz there. He's standing over Jones, having tackled him. Now on 1st down, Vasey will throw for the end zone. Imagine this, there's a flag down. Usam Sam basically tackled the intended receiver, Tyler Berry, well before the ball got there, and you can't do that.
Yeah, the ball, though, did land a couple yards out of bounds. So I'm not sure that ball was even catchable to begin with, and I think the officials will talk about this for a moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got called anyway.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense, number 72. Pass interference on the defense, number 11. Those penalties offset. Replay, first down.
How many offset penalties have we had? I don't know, and I know nobody keeps track of that. I'm going to set the over-under at 10. And why don't you folks at home go back, fatv.org, catch this game on demand, count them up for me, and let me know. How about that? 1st and goal, Lancers from the Falcon 9, 2:42 left to play in this one. Handoff goes to Jones, and he is brought down hard in the backfield. A number of Falcons in on that one. Looked like Mamusam leading the assault.
Just trying to find some space on the left side. Spin move did nothing to shake everyone. -2 yards.
It'll be 2nd and goal now for Worcester, back outside the 10, about the 12-yard line. And we'll get a timeout Falcons. They take their first of the 2nd half with 2:12 to play here in this one.
Must be something to talk about strategy. Just to show difference in efficiencies, if you will. Garrett Delikiai, 18 for 27, 294 yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Very good game for him yet again, as he's now the all-time passing yards record holder here at Fitchburg State. Trevor Vasey, 29 for 51 for 289. We said he came in averaging 322, and he's gotten to about there, but it's taken him a lot of throws to get there.
Really, the only thing, Dan, if you want to nitpick for the Falcons, is that here in the 2nd half, the offense has only been able to put 3 points on the board, and it isn't just for lack of trying. Garrett Delikiai is only 6 of 13 for about 100 yards here in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. So after what was really a perfect first half, 12 of 14, 196, and all 3 of his touchdowns, he again has only gone 6 of 13 here in the 2nd half. So if you're Patrick Haverty looking forward to next week's important road game, you at least have something to build on. But really, defensively, this has been a dominant performance for Fitchburg State. Now 2nd and goal again for Worcester State. Throw to the far side is incomplete. Well over the head of the intended receiver. And there is, say it with me, folks, a flag on the play.
I tried to, but I got the words wrong.
Offside defense, number 11. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Offside against the Falcons will be a 5-yard penalty. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 8 this time.
That is the 26th enforced penalty of this game.
The 26th enforced penalty.
This doesn't include the declined ones or the offsetting ones. That official, whoever's holding the clipboard on the field, whoever's got, those official logbooks must be filled.
This pass is picked off, just taken out of the receiver's hands pretty much, going all the way back. A great defensive play. My goodness. Asante Easter, a big catch and run.
Asante Easter.
Just ripped it out of the receiver's hands, and Asante Easter already picked up a fumble. Now he's got an interception. What a day he's had. There you go. And just when it looked, and it came out of the hands of Aaron Whitkiss and into the hands of Asante Easter, he's the beneficiary. And just when it looks like Worcester is going to make something happen, maybe they're going to score, and then that happens.
I was going to say, it looked for all the world like Whitkiss had brought that one in. He basically had. He just juggled it into the arms of Asante Easter. And now the Falcons will just try to run out the rest of this clock. Taylor Rice Brooks, the ball carrier here on 1st down. He gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. And right now, nobody keeps the Falcon offense in check like Gaston Pastorino, who made the hit there.
And another shout out for the Fitchburg native. Looks like the Falcons are just 80 seconds away from keeping a clean sheet on Worcester.
Delakiai still in the game, calling signals. Falcons face 2nd down and 10 at the Worcester State 30. Handoff goes to Taylor Rice Brooks. He'll plunge forward. He's got a 1st down. Worcester State cannot stop the clock enough to get the ball back now. Big gainer there for Rice Brooks. And really that right guard spot all day, we called it out in the 1st half. There it is again, just a run behind right guard, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Falcons now come out, still in the shotgun. They could go victory formation here. They'll probably just hand it off to Rice Brooks anyway. Handoff goes Taylor Rice Brooks up along the left side. Got to stay in bounds, and he does. Mark him down at the 15-yard line. And the only way we're running another play is if Worcester State calls timeout or the Falcons feel like rubbing salt in the wound.
Falcons did not score a touchdown in this half. And Delakiai wants to know, are we going to run another play? Are we going to try for it? With all the taunting and yelling, maybe they're considering it.
Maybe, maybe not. It certainly looks like not. The Falcons are just going to stand back, let this one out. A little bit of handshaking and hugging going on at the end. Maybe no hard feelings. There were plenty of hard feelings in this one. We saw, 26 enforced penalties? But we did also see 23 points put on the board by Fitchburg State and 0 for Worcester State University. So how about that, Dan?
Another wonderful performance defensively for the Falcons. As for Worcester, they just continue their struggles now, 0-5 this season. It's got to be one of their worst seasons in years, but for the Falcons now, 5-1 again. They were 5-1 last year before they stumbled and fell on their faces at the end of the season.
Let's hope they don't do it again. Next week, the Falcons go to Western Connecticut State for a 6 o'clock road game. That's a big conference matchup. Our next telecast, once again, this coming Friday the 16th, Shepherd Hill High School at Crocker Field for a 7 o'clock kickoff. But for now, for Dan Bolak and the rest of the FATV crew, I'm John Gugerty. We'll see you next time.